deep trying to spark a fight. Ecosystem of hate lost in the night. Paint chips, disbar, law dreams in the mud. Lips clout chasing her vid straight dud. Bubbles pumped out, left clients to bleed. Fleece poser, filing junk, no creed. Gunning for Jeremy Hales, trying to kill his fame. But they foul ass hearts lit their own damn flame. Ecosystem of hate, yo, they crash and burn. Crews falling off, no clout to earn. Thought they'd snatch Jeremy's crown, no cap. Turned on each other, now they stuck in the trap. Backstab screams, they bond straight trash. Ecosystem of hate, dreams dead in the flat. Paint chips, logs take no view, straight whack. Lips clout chase, rants getting no playback. Bubbles unhinged, losing it, he wildin'. Hate slips, nose calls her dumb, no styling. Listens fake filings, poser moves all lame. Y'all garbage, bubbles roar, spit and flame. Their hate fuel, plot flop, left them in the cold. Jeremy's ballin' while their schemes getting old. Only me, big whale, dropping stacks for the cause. But their petty ass beef gave him reason to pause. Y'all clowns, he barked, peeled out, no love. Took his bread and bounced, left them broke shove. War chest dry, dreams thin as a blade. Ecosystem of hate got played, now they fade. Ecosystem of hate, yo, they crash and burn. Crews falling off, no clout to earn. Thought they snatched Jeremy's crown, no cap. Turned on each other, now they stuck in the trap. Backstab screams, they bond straight trash. Ecosystem of hate, dreams dead in a flash. Bubbles, paint chips, lips, fleece of the squad. Ecosystem of hate, straight fraud, no nod. Thought they'd eclipse Jeremy, shine, big star. Tore themselves down, that's who they are.
And just because I watch a video or parts of a video doesn't mean I'm a stalker.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I love that song. What a song. What a banger. Gosh, I forget how good it is. And I played it the other night and I was like, no, I can't get it out of my head. I love that song. I really do.
I like it. I do.
It's a
like
good
it.
one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I am so busy these days. I'm so busy. I can't I've been losing my vocabulary. That's how crazy my life is right now, where I can't even think of the words I need to use. It could be the cold medicine. Could be the cold medicine screwing with me, but also I just wanted to start out tonight by saying to the chat, man, you guys, I love you. Like, you have no idea. I love you so much. You guys are the best, and I appreciate you. I know Tug appreciates you too. You're the most loyal, funny, fun people ever. And I mean, this crowd that is following this story, I have so much to be grateful for where you're concerned, because you never lose interest. You just don't. And I appreciate that. It's like I feel like we're all in this together. You know, like we're all so affected by this and also offended by what's going on, that we've just found this thing that we have to see through to the end. And I really appreciate you guys. I just appreciate the hell out of you. And, the other night I told you that Archie's sick and we're having trouble and the vet can't get the appointment, blah, blah, blah. And I did get the appointment. Thank you very much. It's Wednesday. So I have a bucket full of drugs to give him on Wednesday morning before I take him. They sent me the estimate. You guys, I was totally right on what I said it was going to cost. Here's how they give estimates. It's like a $300 spread. They said I could expect to pay somewhere between $400 and $700. That's the estimate. It's insane. It's just so insane. But I just want to thank you in the chat for coming together like that and showing up for Archie Ruckus, because his tummy is much better, because I'd been feeding him rice for a couple of days, like rice with a little bit of like liver mixed in, just like some boiled meat or whatever. Just boiled meat and rice. So his tummy's fine now, and he's doing really good. He's doing fine. It's just his ears now that need to get fixed. And so he has that appointment coming up on Wednesday. And you know what the vet said when they called? to schedule the appointment. She goes, we're talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting for you guys you were supposed to call me to have this appointment. She's like, oh, right. What's being done again? And I go down the list. It's a huge list. You gotta knock him out because he's such an ass. And then you gotta clean his ears, treat the ears with the long-term treatment. You gotta check his skin. You gotta do the yearly, and you gotta give him all the vaccines. You gotta stick him 1,000,000 times. And all of this plus pathology because they have to do labs and all this other stuff. And she goes, well, they have a note here. They wanted me to tell you that there is no payment plan. You have to pay it all at once on the day of the service. And I'm like, yeah, I know, which is why I couldn't make the appointment when I could before. Like, I wish you guys did have a payment plan. Wouldn't it be better to let people pay you, $200 a month until it's paid off? But no, they don't. So you have to have, a huge chunk of money to take your dog to the vet. So anyway, it's all taken care of, and he's going to be in on Wednesday. So stay tuned for hilarious stories about what happens that day at the vet, because drunk Archie Ruckus is really funny. I'll try to take some video. It'll be funny. The other thing is too, a follow-up on the hangry story from yesterday. I told you guys that he had a little shoving match on the playground, that he walked away from the victor. He comes home today and I'm like, hey, how was school? And he was like, it was great. I'm like, oh, it was? What was great about it? Because he doesn't usually say great. He's like, that kid who I pushed on the playground yesterday? I'm like, yeah. He's like, he was really nice to me. I'm like, no kidding. No kidding. I'm like, you had a good time? He's like, yeah, he was super nice. And then he looks at me and he smiles and he goes, I think I know why.
The victor, the spoils, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad he's having a good time. How are you, Tug? How are you been?
I'm laughing. I think Paint Chips just said that Volpe. Well, here you. If I were to say these words, you tell me what I mean. Okay.
Okay.
I'll read you a sentence here, and a sentence in a portion of another one, and you tell me what I mean here. Word is Michael Volpe takes sources for a ride, Ric Flair style, Space Mountain Baby.
Oh my God!
What would that mean?
First of all, I don't know what who's Ric Flair?
Wrestler.
Oh, well, to me it sounds like it's pretty sexual, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds pretty.
Wait, it also sounds like a dirty haiku. Read it again. I'm going to count the syllables.
I don't know. Like for him, word is Michael Volpe takes sources for a ride, Ric Flair style, Space Mountain Baby.
Too many syllables, but still, it's close. It's close. Space Mountain Baby.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Cow! I didn't hear that the first time.
That is so weird.
Where did he put this?
I'm not sure where he put it. Somebody else posted it. It's like, what? Then what? And then it goes on more. Oh, yeah, that's what he means. He's trying to be like Jeremy Hales doesn't bang his source. I guess he's saying Jeremy doesn't bang his sources, but he does.
But Volpe does?
Yeah, listen to this. This is so bizarre.
Well, that's demonstrable. He admitted to me that he has at least two.
Well, I mean, he's like, word. I read you that part. Word is Volpe takes sources for a ride. Ric Flair, baby. Space Mountain. Meanwhile, Jeremy Hales offers tilt-a-whirl in Walmart lot. Deep, dizzy, cheap, nowhere. I'm like, okay, so he doesn't.
That doesn't mean anything.
Like then it gets weirder. He does this Space Mountain equals full ride. Hales meltdown. Then rumor confirmed. Volpe is huge. Gross. That's definitely what he means. He's talking about him banging his sources. That's really bizarre. Didn't he just cover a source? Is that why John Cook looks so happy?
Oh God. Oh no.
So weird. What have I
This is
said?
terrible.
Between that and Lynette being leave Bray Bone Crusher, and she's attacking Samantha again.
Well, yeah, because Samantha was on with Rosalind today, Rosalind Duke, and if you missed that interview, you have got to go back and listen to it on the replay. So on Rosalind Duke's channel tonight, Lynette's stepdaughter Samantha told her more of her story, way more of her story, stuff I had not heard. It is heartbreaking, but also she deserves to be heard. She deserves to tell her story and the things that her family has been through. I think they established that Samantha and her family believe that Lynette has been stalking their family for 30 years. 30 years, like actively stalking and harassing. There are victims out there, you guys. There are victims who have been harassed by this person for so long. It's mind-boggling. So you've got to go back and listen to that on the replay. If you missed it, it is unbelievable. So I didn't get all of it. I was making dinner. I made like the best thing I've ever made tonight. And it was like all made up. Well, not made. I've made it before, but I just kind of made up a new sauce. I made like a rice noodle chicken stir fry thing that was so good. And I was rushing. And I was listening to Rosalind while I was doing it because I was late making dinner. And I'm like, I'm not even going to get to eat any of this because I'm going to have to go on my stream. But don't worry. I was able to shovel a bowl full into my mouth before this stream. And I will not be chewing or anything or eating on stream. We don't do that here. Because for one, Tug would quit. He can't handle chewing.
Definitely would not want to hear it.
No.
I would complain a lot bitterly while we were streaming.
No, you would just leave. You'd be like, I gotta go. He does that to me on the phone.
Hale.
He does that to me on the phone. If I'm eating on the phone, he's like, I gotta go. I know you're doing it because I'm chewing. I know it's fine. I know you have that. It's a problem for you. I get it.
What was terrible is when I was a teenager, I had this guy who was my best friend, man. I loved hanging out with him and doing stuff, but man, he sounded like a cow chewing cud anytime he would get around food. You know, his family had never taught him.
Did you have to break up with him? Did you have to break up with him because of that?
I would go out. I'd be like, I'm going outside for a few minutes. That's awful. You know, no, back in that day, though, that's when they had, you know, the Discman was a big thing. I'd have to bring my Discman and, you know, not look. Be like, I'm going to look away from this travesty. Oh, Lord. So terrible.
So this is something really weird. The simulation does not disappoint, you guys. I am covering the Tim's trial, right, during the day. My live streams go usually from like 9 to 12 approximately while we're doing trial coverage. Well, today, because this morning, okay, let me start over. The universe wants me to tell you about the government shutdown. It is not me that wants to tell you about the government shutdown. It is the universe that is forcing me to tell you about the government shutdown. And before you tune out and you're like, oh my God, it's political, I gotta go. It's not gonna be. I'm going to start out right away from the beginning saying both sides are assholes. Both sides are lying to you. And I don't care about any of it. Okay. Now you might, and that's okay. You can care about it. There's a reason, and it does relate to what the Hales right now.
It's a big reason. It's a big
huge way.
Today.
But here's the crazy part. Let me explain the simulation part that is crazy. This is why the universe is making me do this. Okay. I woke up this morning and I'm scrolling on Twitter after I get hangry on the bus. I scroll on Twitter for a while and I'm seeing all these sombrero memes and I'm like, what the I don't understand.
I saw those. I have not.
Do you not know about this?
No, I have no one.
Oh, great. See, I get to teach Tug. So now, folks, those of you who can't stand Donald Trump, I understand. I totally do. I'm going to laugh at some of the things that he does because I find him funny. But that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you have to leave or like freak out. Okay. We're going to laugh about you have to understand the culture and what the culture is doing right now. And that's what this is about. This is about what's happening on Twitter, what the meme culture is, and why this relates to today, and why I feel like I'm living in a simulation, because this can't be a coincidence. It can't be a coincidence. I wake up, so I'm scrolling. I'm seeing all these sombreros, and I'm like, I text Flux immediately, of course, because I'm like, Flux, what is with the sombreros? I don't understand. What did the president do? Because I did figure out the president did something involving a sombrero, and everyone was losing their shit. And there are memes with some sombreros just absolutely everywhere. And she's like, you didn't see it? You don't know? And I'm like, no. She's like, go to the White House Twitter page. I'm like, okay. All right. So now some of you may know the government, the people who run the government, the Congress critters in the Senate, they're fighting right now. They were fighting over the budget that was passed by Congress, the big, beautiful bill. I'm not calling it that. That's what he calls it. I think it's a big, stupid bill, but whatever, because all spending bills in the government are terrible, right? They've never balanced a budget in my lifetime, I don't think. Maybe 1994. But they passed it in Congress, but it has to get through the Senate. And of course, there are no more vile scum than in the Senate. All of them. Okay. Well, you and I have way more in common, chat, than us and any of those people in Congress or the Senate. So they're the enemy. Let's just throw all our hatred towards them. So they're trying to pass this budget bill, and everybody's fighting. They're fighting like crazy about, oh, well, you're trying to steal from old people. And the Republicans are saying, no, you're trying to give our money to illegals. And they're going back and forth, and the Senate's refusing. The Democrat or the senators are refusing to pass it. So the government, of course, has to go into a shutdown. Meanwhile, Democrats go out and they start saying all these things about how this is the same thing they always say, by the way. Republicans want to starve grandma. They want to put grandma, they want to cut her Medicare. She's going to lose everything. She's going to lose everything. This is what they say. So Chuck Schumer and what's his name? Hakeem Jeffries, they go out and they have a press conference. And Hakeem Jeffries is just standing next to Chuck Schumer looking very serious. And Chuck Schumer is making the usual accusations against Republicans about how, it's their fault. We're going to have to shut down because we don't agree. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do the budget the way we want it to. The White House on its Twitter feed puts out this meme. Okay.
Way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, at least for a while, until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
And they realize they hate us too. Okay. So he puts this out, and he puts a sombrero and a mustache on Hakeem Jeffries. And the reason why he did this is because the Republicans' argument against why the Democrats are doing what they're doing and not passing the bill is that they have said repeatedly that they want undocumented immigrants to get health benefits. And the Democrats are saying, no, that's a lie. So they're arguing. I am not going to take a position on this either way. I don't care. I do agree, though, that the trolling is funny. I think the trolling is funny. I'm here for the memes. That's all I'm here for. So then the memes start going crazy. And I mean, you've got the vice president in a sombrero with a huge mustache. And you've got hilarious videos of Hakeem Jeffries on interviews claiming that this is so racist and disgusting. And, it's a joke. It's a troll. It's Twitter. And of course, politicians do what politicians do. These are the worst people on earth, right? Politicians, they're all the worst people on earth. So it's not like, and believe me, chat, this totally does relate to what we're talking about tonight. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be telling you this if it wasn't impossible for me to avoid. I start going through the memes, and oh my God, they're funnier. Each one is funnier than the next. And everybody, all the Republicans and everybody on the right's having a riotous time just laughing at the sombreros. I tell Flux, she goes searching through her house. She's like, I have 2 of these. I have 2 sombreros. I have to find one for the live stream because she's doing trial coverage with me. Flux shows up on the live stream like this. Hold on. She shows up on my live stream today. And of course, like it insulted, of course, 30 people in the chat who got very annoyed. They left and then they came back like 10 minutes later. And she's wearing this. Wait, where'd it go? Let me get to the beginning. All right. Here's Flux on the live stream today. Okay. Hold on. Can you see this? Did it? No, it didn't pop up yet. Shoot. Here we go. There she is. Hold on.
No.
How's it, Flux? You guys, you don't understand. There's sombreros everywhere on Twitter right now. It's just, and the mariachi music, which I also have, which I have on the board, by the way. So we have background music for this. And Flux and I we were going through all the memes, and they were so funny. They were so freaking funny. And listen, the thing about Twitter is that whoever wins is the one who's best at trolling. Okay. And believe me, the memes, the sombrero memes are hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. And one of the things that Flux and I were talking about is that the trolling is always fun when it's in good humor. Like when you're not really saying anything terrible about anyone. You're just saying we don't like your ideas, and you're just hiding that you want to give our tax dollars to illegal immigrants. And then there's all this mariachi music. It was hysterical. Anyway, I did look into the bill further and all their arguments, and both sides have valid points. They do. And it's way too complex for anybody to go into on a Thursday night when we want to have fun. The point is, I thought I was done with this conversation after today's live stream, right? I thought I was finished, totally finished. But no, the simulation does not disappoint, guys. It does not disappoint, because it is forcing me to have done that, to have this conversation with you too, because look at what happened to Lynette's bankruptcy court today. And this will now explain my thumbnail. We'll get to my thumbnail after we look at this. This is from the United States Bankruptcy Court, Northern District of Florida. Administrative order regarding continuances, extensions of time, and stays of adversary proceedings due to federal government shutdown. Come on, is that not forcing me to talk about this again?
I think it's so funny to see this come up.
Gina wants to know, I'm an Aussie, I don't get it. Why is the apparent leader of the free world sending stupid memes? Why is that funny? Gina, maybe it's an American thing. I don't know. But like, memes are funny. We have a meme culture here. And I personally think whoever's doing the funniest memes at the moment is winning. That's just it. I could be wrong. Maybe. And it definitely has nothing to do with what's actually in the bill or with what's actually going on with the budget. Washington, D.C. is chock full of asshats. Thank you, Janice. That is correct. They're all asshats. Whatever they're doing is probably bad for us. So you and I and everybody in the chat, we should just look out for each other, because Washington certainly isn't looking out for us. But the federal government is shut down now. And do you know what that means, Tug?
Yeah, I know what's in this. I actually know what's in this. I do indeed. It means I'm entertained very much.
It means, yes, it means and we're going to read that in just a minute. We're going to read that in just a minute. But I wanted to bring up now, you don't understand how Flux and I have been rolling on the floor today, crying, laughing because of the memes. The memes are, it's crazy. So then anyway, I go to make the thumbnail and I just can't even believe that I'm having to add the sombreros to the thumbnail because it relates to it's now become the symbol of the shutdown. Basically, the sombrero has become the symbol of the federal shutdown. So I go, yes, satire is not only a protected American right, but it is a very valued and precious right of the American people. And if you go back to like 1776 and the first presidential elections here after the war, it was the most nasty political cartoons you can even imagine. That's what we come from. We come from nasty political speech because it keeps us from killing each other. So that's why we do it. And it's funny. And it's better if we can just be funny or be, entertained by it. But here's my thumbnail from today. This entertains me so much. Look at the judge in Trump. Look.
Oh no.
I can't wait to see Lynette blame Trump for her bankruptcy thing. And Joseph, no, we're not laughing at the fact that the Fed shutdown will affect like a bunch of things. Yes, it will. It will affect military pay. It will affect VA hospitals. Federal shutdowns are no fun for a lot of people. This particular meme, though, is making me laugh, and it has nothing to do with the repercussions of what may happen from all the budget nonsense in Washington, which I'm sure our elected officials are going to screw us. I'm sure they will. I have no doubt about any of that. But yes, I sent this to Flux, and we were just laughing so hard. We were laughing so hard because I can't believe I had to. It's in another show. I thought I was going to not talk about this at all again, because again, I don't pay attention to Washington politics anymore because it bothers me so much. They upset me because of what they do. They're all a bunch of dummies. And there's nothing I can do about it. It's not my fault the federal government is shut down, but it is going to affect Lynette Preston and her bankruptcy proceeding.
Oh yeah, the thing they banked everything on.
Yeah, what was she what were we reading last night that she had sent to the court about her bankruptcy?
Yeah.
Want to remind us, Todd, what that was about?
Yeah, I enjoyed her little protective order. I did think that was funny. She said I couldn't arrive for a depot because I had a I'm sorry, my husband that's a laugher by itself, had a doctor appointment and I have a bankruptcy scheduled, so it doesn't matter anyway.
And she thought that by delaying the deposition, she would get to that bankruptcy hearing on the 7th. And there would be there'd be a stay again. D. Robertson says, if we don't laugh, we would be doing nothing but crying. I prefer to laugh. So do I, which is why I enjoy the memes. And please just don't take it that seriously, because if the meme is funny, I'm going to laugh. And I swear to God, you guys, if you find Democrat memes that are funny, I will laugh at them if they make me laugh. I will. I swear to God, I will. It's not just the Republican ones, but I just don't think that the other side is very good at memeing so far. I haven't seen anything yet. I think there was like a couple once a few months ago that I laughed at. I don't remember what they were. But I like to laugh. And yes, it's all so screwed up. They're like, what else are we going to do? I can't do anything about it. I'm not a senator. I can't, there's nothing I can do. I also can't read a 3,000-page bill. I tried to figure out what was in the cuts and like, was it really going to affect home care and Medicare and nursing stuff? You guys, I'm a journalist. I've been doing this for years. I could not get down to the bottom of it. I looked at so many different sources, from Democrat sources to Republican sources, and I couldn't find a kernel of truth in any of it. In any of it. That's scary to me, because usually I can get down to okay, well, I think that they're wrong about this thing here because I couldn't figure it out. And I think they do that on purpose. That's why they write 3,000-page bills, because no one in their right mind is going to read a 3,000-page bill.
That's exactly why they write them that way. And that's exactly, they bury a lot of stuff. You'll have something that'll make sense. You start reading through it, and you're like, wait a minute.
What?
This A does not correspond with Z, you know?
Yeah, and you're also worried that, like, okay, so this is the other thing. Elections, I think Barack Obama said this, and it was very, very true. Elections have consequences. And so I try, the older I get, I try to calm myself down when I get upset about something they're doing in Washington. And I think to myself, whoever's in power right now, that's because of the election. Elections have consequences. They're going to do their thing. They have 4 years to do it. And we're going to have to see what happens as a result of what they do, of the people in power. And in 4 years' time, we're going to make another decision to decide, well, how did that go? You know, how did it go? Did it go well for us, or did it go bad? I can't waste my life. And this is what I stopped doing in 2020. I cannot waste my life getting upset and letting my blood pressure go through the roof because of what assholes in DC are doing. And you know what, by the way, folks, I don't need to put Tug in a sombrero for a meme. I don't need to put me in a sombrero for a meme. You know why? Because it already exists.
Happy birthday from both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday.
I really do.
Here's to another year.
Can we all agree, all of us right now, Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, Communist, maybe you're a communist. Can we all agree that the government is terrible? Can everyone just agree that we hate everyone in it? I think we should just all agree to that and like move on, because I don't know what else to do. So I just figure, you know, in 4 years, we'll figure out if what they did hurt us or helped us, and then we'll try again, because that's all we can do. It's really all we can do. All right, so. Oh, look, the chat is agreeing. Tug, I've done it. I have made world peace. Look, world peace. It's in the chat. Look at this. Everyone hates their government. We can all agree to that. Like, we all hate it.
I mean, we do. We usually elect based on the person we will think. We elect as a response normally. You know, we get so sick of the person after 4 years, sometimes 8, but after 4 years, usually that we want a new person in. That's why we flip-flop so much. It's that just tells you nobody feels. If somebody was really good at it, they could have a real, you know, they don't even be good. Just competent. If they could be competent, they could build an empire.
Yeah, just competent is a good thing. I mean, look at all the agreement in the chat. This is great. I feel very warm and fuzzy. Look at us. Did we just make Americans friends again? we did, by deciding that we hate them. That's great. We all hate
That's how
them.
it should be, man. You know, people should look at all these people trying to sow division and be like, maybe we should not like the people who sow it, instead of buying into it.
Agreed. Maybe we should just be mad at the people trying to turn all of us against one another, and we should turn around and bite them instead, because I'm tired of them. I see a lot of people in the chat going, term limits. Oh, I'm 1,000%. I'm 1,000% with you on that. But they'll never do it, because they'll never vote for anything that curbs their power. And that's the thing. They'll never do that. And that's both sides. Both Republicans and Democrats, they're terrible. They're absolutely awful. It's why I left I don't belong to any party anymore. I just don't. And I don't pay attention to DC politics, and I can't read that huge bill, and I can't decipher it. I tried, guys. I tried my hardest, and I can't. At the end of it, I was like, "Fuck it. Let's party. That's what I think. Let's party while whatever happens. And while the federal government is shut down, and hopefully it won't be too long and it won't be too bad. Although sometimes I think it would be great if they shut down forever. If all of our, people got the VA, got the medical stuff got taken care of, etc. The roads work, and I just sometimes think we don't need as much of these people doing what they do.
We don't. No.
We need less.
But I did think it was funny, like you said, the way it. Oh, when you saw the tie-in to the case here.
Oh my God, it's crazy. Okay, so we're going to read this because this is unbelievable. So we're all learning about a government shutdown today. This is going to be very, very entertaining and interesting, class. Here we go. Congress failed to pass an appropriations bill. So first of all, the first sentence tells you that your government failed. How does that make you feel, America? Your government failed you. They failed to pass an appropriations bill or continuing resolution by midnight on September 30th, 2025. For that reason, beginning at 12:01 a.m. on October 1st, 2025, funding for numerous departments and several independent agencies of the United States of America expired. Appropriations to the Department of Justice and other federal departments and agencies has lapsed. Absent an appropriations bill or continuing resolution, employees of numerous departments and several agencies of the United States who have matters before the court may be prohibited from working, even on a voluntary basis. Isn't that interesting? They can't even volunteer. No. Among others, the Department of Justice, as if though, but I mean, I'm not sure they would volunteer their time. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they would. I probably wouldn't. Among others, the Department of Justice and its attorneys and employees may be prohibited from working. Hey, that's good news for everybody out there who's been indicted on federal charges.
Reprieve, baby. Well,
reprieve.
Temporary reprieve.
Temporary. Even on a voluntary basis due to the federal, or you can read this. There you go.
1 second. Let me blow that up here. Due to the federal government shutdown, except in very limited circumstances, including, quote, emergencies involving the safety of human life or the protection of property. Now, this includes attorneys and other employees of the United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Florida. As of this date, yeah, they really work hard too, don't they? Those people that probably need to be shut down. Bunch of morons, Protective order, what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God, everybody hates them.
Everybody hates them.
It is unknown whether or when Congress may pass an appropriations bill or continuing resolution that would restore funding. Given these circumstances, the court deems it appropriate to enter this administrative order. So for this reason, it is ordered. 1. Hearings in cases and adversary proceedings involving any claim, lien, or interest in the United States of America, including its agencies, scheduled on or after noon Eastern Time on October 1st, continuing through October 31st, or the conclusion of the week in which the government shutdown ceases, whichever comes first, will be continued. Oh no, how does that work out since next week? They're not going to get it done by next
No.
We continue to the next available.
They're definitely not going to get it done by the 7th. No.
After the 31st. So you notice this. So here's a kicker there. So if it's not done by the 7th, it kicks over to next to the after the 31st, which is funny. Isn't there a hearing in October around the 22nd?
Yes. And by the way, this state courts are not affected. They are not the federal government. Your states are going to run just like they always do.
Oh, man.
That means that Levy County, Judge Grebe, all those people are showing up every day. And guess what? It's going forward.
Holy moly. That's so funny. Oh, it is. It's kind of funny considering they banked everything on these moves, and then it's like the government itself has smited them.
Yeah, the government itself. Oh God. The simulation does not disappoint, you guys. That is a square, and always a square on my bingo card, because the perfection of this is astounding. If you can't grasp it, you have to really think outside the box. Forget what you think about all of it, like how it went down or what it means or whatever. Forget that for now. Just think about how it affects this one case. And the timing of it. I sometimes feel like I am living in a video game run by someone with a very hilarious sense of humor. It's just, this can't be real. I keep thinking this isn't real. This isn't real life. How did this happen? So anyway.
Man, are they going to have to pay their two quote unquote journalists? The one that thinks Trump is reaching out. Actually, I wonder how he takes that. He's going to be like, oh no, Trump has smited me and my master.
Oh, man. Yeah.
He's going to stop
chat.
right
Now,
into
chat, just a few minutes ago, we had chat peace. Let's not revert from chat peace to chat war. This is not war and peace. This is just peace. We're partying. This is your button that announces that we're drinking and we're having a good time. Okay, we're drinking whatever you're drinking: beer, tea, margaritas, a tequila shot, whatever, coffee. But just drink with your chat neighbor. Don't argue with them, because everybody has an idea of what's right here and what's wrong. And you know what? None of us know. None of us have a fucking clue. I don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. We don't know how to fix it. This shit's been going on like this in this country with Medicaid and all of the budget for way before I was born, and it's going to go on way after I die, and it's still going to be the same people having the same arguments over and over and over again, which is why I checked out. I'm like, you guys go argue. I'll be over here with my margarita.
It is like a circular firing squad.
It is. It's like, crazy.
Yeah. Can't even talk about like anything and fixing anything. So, I mean, when we're bringing it up, we're not talking about the pros or cons. I see people noting that pros and cons of shutting down, Yeah, yes,
I don't
hear you. Hear you for sure.
I agree with all of you. All of you. I'm saying everyone has a point. Everyone here has a valid reason to be either upset or happy. Like, I agree with all of you, but I don't know what to do about any of it. And we're not here to figure it out.
It's funny because, again, with this particular case here, they have banked everything on delay tactics, and anything that throws off the flow of the delay tactic is a major problem for them. This could be a really big problem for them, because if anything goes forward, well, they took $6,000 and they burned their donors for it. You see how many people were just flaming upset about that and upset about the money and more. And they thought that this would be their way to go.
Yep. So here's the rest of it here. In all cases and adversary proceedings, the time within which any federal agency affected by the federal government shutdown must take record action is extended through October 31st or 14 days after the shutdown ceases, whichever is first to occur. So what's the date today? It's the 2nd. So let's say that the shutdown ends let's say it ends tomorrow. That's still 14 days is past the 7th. Think about
What a mess, man. What a mess.
She's screwed either way. Even if it ends tomorrow, she's screwed. I mean, if it ends in a week, she's screwed. If it ends in a month, she's still screwed, which is the only thing anybody should be laughing about right now. Like, it's hilarious. Adversary proceedings to which the United States, including its agencies, is a party are stayed until October 31st, 2025, or 14 days after such time that Congress has restored appropriations, whichever is first to occur. The clerk is authorized and directed to docket continuances and take any other actions that may be necessary to carry out the terms of this order, including filing a copy of or a link to this order in all pending matters. Non-governmental parties may request relief from this order by filing a motion and properly serving it on the appropriate affected federal government agency, provided that relief may be granted only upon good cause shown and in very limited circumstances involving, get this, the safety of human life or the protection of property. Yeah, that shit isn't it. First of all, she can't file anything timely in the first place or properly. It says by filing a motion properly and serving it to the appropriate federal government. She won't do that.
Over. Yep, that one ended.
That's right there. She's out. And also, her bankruptcy doesn't involve the safety of human life or the protection of property. So, yeah, no. It's
really, I mean, but her it might cause her mom died. Her mom didn't die. Her hearing died. What about
my
John?
lawyer died.
Such weird stuff, man.
All right, now this is about the bankruptcy court. So, Tug, you want to take number 6?
Oh, yeah. The U.S. Bankruptcy Court from the Northern District of Florida will continue to operate during any government shutdown caused by a lapse in appropriations, albeit after October 17th, likely with reduced staff.
So they're going to keep going, but it's going to be super slow, and they're not going to be doing it until after October 17th.
It's so funny. Whoopsie.
I wonder how they figure. This is one of those weird things. How did they figure that? Oh, maybe they're just saving their payroll or whatever. I guess they could be doing that.
I wonder if we'll get a Judge Gray drop in about the protective order and about all of that
I hope
soon.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that was flagrant, and they thought, well, he's not going to sound off before the 7th. That was what they were betting on, man. They were betting that they won't get hit with anything, not before the 7th. Oh God, I love it. Subject to the extensions and stays set forth in order, the court will continue activities necessary to the exercise of the judiciary's functions, including accepting and docketing new cases, adversary proceedings, properly processing motions, orders, emergency motions, and applications, and other court filings, collecting receipts, depositing filing fees, and issuing rulings in cases pending before the court. The office of the U.S. Attorney will notify the court as soon as Congress has appropriated funds. So this order, well, that's a big order, man. That's a big one.
Yeah, so basically bankruptcy court is going to continue very slowly like a clogged pipe.
Yeah,
drips and
drabs
after October 17th. So, but the idea that she's going to get some quick resetting of her hearing with this going on, yeah, no way. Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
God, this could be such a mess for them. You know what really caused all of this? Them letting it lapse. When they messed up, when that lawyer that they paid 3 times what he normally gets couldn't file because it's such a freaking screw up that he lost his privileges on filing. Not only that, somebody did a really good breakdown, and it looked like the classes that he did, he waited till the last possible second to take the classes that he was told to. And on top of that, if anybody looked at those classes, it looked like he had taken 2 classes that are supposed to, they're supposed to set aside so much time for them. Well, he did it within like 5 minutes of one another. So he didn't spend the whatever the recommended time, 40 minutes if it says or whatever. He didn't spend that time. He spent 5 minutes doing them. That's whoops. Whoops.
Those of you in the chat who are concerned about your disability checks or social security checks coming, they never shut that down when there's a government shutdown. And the reason why they don't is because it does mean that would be putting lives in danger. So anything that the federal government, if you rely on it to live for your checks, they are still doing that. Trust me, they're doing that. We've had government shutdowns before and you never noticed. Most of you, unless you worked for the federal government, you never noticed, and you're not going to notice this time. And it'll end, and they'll do what they always do, and they'll either make a deal or they'll, extend it, and we'll be back to doing what we always do. But please don't worry. There will be no delay in your Social Security or your disability checks. Do not worry about that.
There's articles about that that'll note that it does go out. So.
No, yeah, they would not stop. They know they would have riots and stuff. No one is doing that. This is about specific things in the federal government, not everything. It's only non-essential departments. Yes, thank you for the wording, Debbie. Yeah, please don't worry about that. That will not happen. Okay, so there was something else that came up today, and you know what? I don't have it pulled up, but you sent it to me, Tug. Are we allowed to?
We didn't post it. Yeah, we didn't post it. So.
Yeah, we didn't post that, but where do we find that? I don't know where that is.
Let me go grab it now.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
That was not on us.
Yeah, and by the way, we didn't have it. We don't have this document that got posted today.
No, it was actually I have a couple of theories on where it came from, but we'll see.
Oh, and by the way, people worried about military not being paid. Sometimes their pay will be delayed, but they will get back pay. And because most military, I believe they're in military housing, et cetera, and on bases, they'll be cared for. I mean, they'll be okay. This has happened before, you guys. Don't believe the people out there telling you the worst case scenarios, because I'm telling you, they're all lying to you. They're all lying to you. Yes, some federal employees will be not getting paid. It'll be delayed, and they will get back pay. It will, and it's not going to last for long. It really won't. We've been through this before, and we're only on day 1. Don't panic. Don't panic.
I will have this in just a second. Just screenshot it in. You know how some of these sites are. They, if you try to download it, it'll web file it. So I'm screenshotting in. Give me a second. Let's see. As long as it pulls up correctly, we'll be good to go now. There, let's check this out. So just to note where this came from, first of all, this is kind of interesting. Okay, so what we're going to look at here is there is a new move in Ohio. Now, it was not made available to the public. Now, that in and of itself, the filing itself, we have the right to look at them. That's not the issue. The issue here, though, is the people that are being accused in a protective order of doing things. Again, if they go to court, they will be accused of not only first, but third, I'm sure, as well, party violations. The third party that just did an interview posted these things. Now, these aren't publicly just setting out there. So
no, these are sealed. These are sealed documents, by the way.
Yeah. So what I'm assuming happened is either Michelle Preston was served this document, or an attorney, probably just again guessing, an attorney of record. So, since Bruce isn't on a case, that wouldn't be him. It would be probably the last attorney of record. That's probably how it would work. Someone like Sean, and he'd have to reach out to tell people, for whatever reason, she ended up with this filing. I don't know about serving, if she's been served, or again, if it went through a lawyer, however that happened. But she would have had to give it to these people, which is in and of itself the most amazing clown car bullshit you've ever seen.
Especially when they admitted during that interview that the judge said she didn't want to see any of this
She
online.
does not want it online. So they have put this up, and you can see them discussing this, and it's so bizarre. And he's like, I speak more about this bogus protective order with Cook and Preston. So again, yet more, he's tying this into the interview that they had. I mean, he's doing their work for them for sure. Like it's amazing if they want to talk to the court about this stuff. Good job, Volpe. Good job. This is the thing though that Megan talked about at one time. These people, when they come into cases, they've had a track record of really doing damage sometimes. And the damage wasn't to the other party. It was to the party that they were supposedly helping, Megan, you talked about that happening in a couple of instances, and it causing some real serious problems in family court for people. That's potentially what, again, best case scenario, this doesn't serve Michelle Preston and John Cook in any way. There's no what's the positive? They're preaching to the same morons that have been listening for a while, the ones that have still held on and dig in with their fingernails. So, where they're they keep their blinders on, they put in their earplugs so they won't hear, see, they won't speak any evil, and also they won't ever be moved from position. They're starting to wane though. There's not that many of them as compared. This is not going to win over new people. Going and pushing out yet another protective order, and especially what this is talking about here, especially when you get into things like number 4, where it talks about threats and more.
Mm-hmm.
If this
Mm-hmm.
this had something
So
to do
it looks
with,
like, so, and amazingly, like the way they talk about it, the way they post about this, or the way that Vomit did, very disparaging against Jeremy. Look what he's doing again. He's more frivolous filings. And it's like, frivolous? On this side, we're looking at this going, these people will not stop no matter what court tells them to, no matter, what they're held in contempt 2 times. And they continue to do and escalate and bring more people to harass Jeremy Hales. I don't know what else he could do than file again and ask for help again.
Well, they talked about, they brought up him discussing anything, related to this case. These people have talked about ending his life. That is some of the stuff, like real serious business. In the protective orders, we know that there was the brandishing of Yeo Pew Pew. There were other talks about brandishing it as well. We have seen yet another instance. I mean, some of the threats were pretty awful. So yeah, I mean, there needs to be some public discussion for the guy's safety. People, if they could just get rid of him easily without anyone knowing, that would be a heavy safety concern, I would say.
And they keep talking about it.
Yeah.
So he's filed. So Jeremy goes to court again in Ohio. And we'll read this here. It says, now comes petitioner Jeremy Hales by and through undersigned counsel, and hereby respectfully moves this court for an order finding the respondent in contempt of court for willfully and intentionally violating the civil protection order of this court dated November 1st, 2023. For cause, petitioner states as follows: respondent has willfully and intentionally violated this order by filming me coming and leaving my property and providing the footage to others to post online.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that is very true. Actually, that was pretty much the 2L show for the longest time.
If they turn around and they say, he films them every day, there is no protective order against Jeremy Hales. None. He has the protective order against them. It is them who are restrained
Well,
from behavior that offends and harasses him.
it's not
It is
just
not him. He's not restrained by anything.
well, it's not just the filming process. Okay, if they have cameras and stuff, they film. Okay, but they provided third parties with that so they could tear through every single day of his life, and they did. They absolutely did.
And harass him with it publicly on podcasts. You want to read 2?
Sure. Surveillance of me coming and going has been regularly posted online in violation of this order on multiple dates.
This was an order for stalking. Think
Yep.
about this. This order was for they were found guilty of stalking him. And they're posting surveillance of him. It's insane. Number 3, respondents have solicited others to harass and intimidate me. Tug, can we list off the people who have been solicited to harass and intimidate him? I'll start. I'll name one, then you name one, then I'll name one. Okay, ready? Paint chips.
BBB.
Fleesa.
Darth Judge.
Legally Lips.
Stupa.
Michael Ferderigo's.
Ray.
Oh yeah, Ray. Forgot about Ray. I think we now can put in the mod squad.
Marla.
Marla. My God. Who else? Uh-oh. I'm stumped. I'm up. We're on 10, by the way.
Plummer.
Patty Plummer. Although we haven't heard much from
Leslie,
her. Who else is there?
What about Biscuit Boy? I mean, he's definitely, they try to keep him in line heavy.
Oh,
you know?
Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie. Any of their nighttime hosts. So
that's 13 so far.
he's in the lawsuit. Huh.
I mean, you could say MLS, but he quit a long time ago. I mean, they did recruit him in the beginning, but he hasn't said anything since then. So he's probably, he's out. Guano. Yep. Guano. Right.
Yeah, I forget about him. God.
I forget about him too.
I don't watch him enough to keep
That's
up
so far. We're up to 15 people. 15 people. We mentioned Dave. Oh, Tina. Yes, now we're at 16. Tina. The neighbor with the memorial.
Yeah,
that one.
Brian and Tina. Yeah.
So that's 16. Dan Owens. Thank you, Jim. Yes. Dan Owens. The sheriff. Beecham. Like the Levy County Police. They have recruited the entire police department to ignore the order and harass Jeremy Hales too. Wow. I mean, it's crazy. You guys, it's crazy what they have done. So that's number, how many was that? Oh yeah, 3. You're number 4.
As a result of respondents' actions, third parties have made threats against my life. That includes threats of me being pew-pewed and ended.
We saw the alligator, the feed him to alligators thing after pew-pewing him in the face. We saw the text about, not text, but the post, or maybe there were texts about putting GPS on his car to find out where Hale's headquarters was so they could get their jail friends to do things to him.
There was that paint chips. Well, he's had a few, but there was that one about coming and visiting him. And God, I can't remember the wording to it.
Keep a Glock under your pillow.
No, there was that one, like a projectile thing.
Projectile in the eye. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, there were others in mailings too. I'd have to go back and look at them.
Mm-hmm.
God, there are all the crazy religious posts and stuff. The man thinks that God is coming to him in his dreams, and he's telling him that just like Donald Trump, you are protected by my aura. He really does think that. He's been writing that into his crazy letters.
Oh, and I think I remember hearing Robbie. I think it was Robbie because Fleesa went all crazy after it was said. but somebody on her show, and I think it was Robbie, maybe I could be wrong, but somebody was like, somebody's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get hurt if he keeps acting like this. This is how people get hurt. And she was like, okay, we don't want to talk about violence, right?
Yeah.
So they say stuff like that all the time. Tina said that on a phone call with the police. Did you catch that part?
Oh yeah. We still got to catch that up.
I know. We could play that tonight, actually. I don't really have anything other than this planned after this.
It's like a 40-minute video.
True. We can start it. It's not like we don't regularly start things we don't finish. Respondent continues to post online that she has done nothing wrong despite being held in contempt twice. We've seen that evidence. And you can,
that's wild too. Like to go
it
out
is
and,
wild.
To post about, she just did it like she didn't just post. She did freaking interviews and talked about him as a sadistic torturer. I mean, again,
yep.
Lord, unless responded.
Oh God, we forgot Volpe in that list.
No, we put him in. He was in.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I thought we forgot him.
Call him Darth Touch, though.
Oh, that's right, Darth Touch.
Unless respondent is held in contempt of court, sanctioned with ye old jail time, and ordered to pay for attorney fees, petitioner respondent will likely continue to engage in a pattern of willful and intentional disregard for the court's orders. Actually,
that's 100%.
Escalating. They keep escalating. Actually,
mm-hmm.
I mean, there comes a point where you can't escalate any further without it being a physical problem. And that's kind of frightening, they become more violent in their themes. They become, you got to remember, one of the things that motivated people for the longest time was talking about a child. They were trying to utilize a child and say that Hales was doing all these terrible types of harm to a kid. Well, they've escalated that. You look at what they're blaming him for and how they're putting it together. And they complain, they say that he motivates government agencies. They state that. Well, if that's true, if his statements could do that, then what could their statements do? See, if they want to hold people accountable for statements that they make and say that those statements they apply to Hales, okay, then what do their statements where they're saying that he is doing direct harm and just terrible things? What might that make somebody do?
There's a part of me that also thinks they're trying to get the police so riled up about him that it provokes an incident between him and the police.
Oh yeah.
Like they're hoping that the police will
settle the problem for them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because accidents with police happen all the time. And when we, you know what? I want to listen to that tonight. I do, at least some of it. I want to listen to some of those phone calls tonight. Because it relates totally. Those phone calls to the police are unbelievable. So what's this next one? Is it me or you? I think it's me. Respondent has demonstrated an inability to display proper court behavior when present on Zoom hearings. Yes, we have plenty of evidence that shows us that Lynette Preston does not know how to behave on Zoom in Zoom hearings. Do we not? I think I have one of them right here.
And just because I watch a video or parts of a video doesn't mean I'm a stalker.
And that wasn't even the worst of it. I mean, I
have anxiety over the roof. You are not a nice person. My child just fell down.
And don't forget, what do you want John to do? Jump a fucking fence?
That one's so amazing. He's wrapped from his knee to his crotch. Oh my God.
All right. Then there's number 8. I love this one.
I sometimes feel like we are in a comedy routine. I really do. Oh.
That's why I like my new avatar. that I fought with ChatGPT on all day. I fought with him for like 2 hours. For like 2 hours to make this,
Yum.
even, and it's still not right because it took the words off your sweatshirt and it screwed up your mask too. It didn't get it quite right, but it's better than it was. But I really wanted a new of us. I wanted a new cartoon of us laughing because the stupidity of everything is too much. But I think it did a pretty good job. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not terrible. It even gave you a couple rings, although they're boring. They're not like yours at all, but whatever.
It's still funny. I mean, it's funny. Like you have to fight it, so you really feel good about when you finally get some kind of success. You're like, yes, I
Right.
managed something.
Exactly. And what's funny is that, okay, here's why I was fighting with it. I said to it, the man in the mask doesn't have a mouth. And you can't get a mouth. You can't put a mouth on him to indicate laughing. You have to make make him look like he's laughing, but put no mouth on the face. And it just could not figure it out. So now the chat's saying it looks like I punched you in the stomach and I'm laughing.
I told her it was either I was laughing or I needed some Imodium or something.
Look, it was the best I could do, okay? ChatGPT sucks sometimes. Tug looks like he's going to hurl. Like, where did it go? Oh, it's funny. I know. I didn't want to tell it to mess with his eyes, though, because every time it would do something really stupid with it. Really, it would. It would be stupid. Trust me. All right, read 8. I like this one. This one's great.
Unless this order is extended and amended, including a prohibition, yes, to possess firearms, petitioner will be placed in harm's way. Yes, the firearms thing should have been already included, just to be honest.
That should have been there the first time.
Yeah, because part of the original complaint involved firearms, which they agreed was a problem. So when they agreed to that, there is no reason that they should have ever left firearms out of it.
There's no way they should have agreed to that.
I feel like they made a mistake on that. I feel like it was a screw up, like whoopie. It didn't feel like a purposeful thing.
But it didn't feel like a screw up though. His lawyer had to have seen it and agreed and signed it.
It just seemed bizarre because part of your complaint is, again, this person has pulled a pew on me. All right, well, typically when you're running into stuff like that, that's where you have an order that it talks about that kind of stuff. But
so the next part here says, wherefore petitioner asked respondent to appear in person and show cause why she should not be punished for willfully and intentionally failing to obey the prior orders of this court, for petitioner's costs incurred herein, for attorney's fees and costs for the prosecution of this action as necessary and required as a result of respondent's contempt, and for such other and whatever, and it goes on. I think I absolutely think that was the right thing to do. I do not find this frivolous. I am genuinely concerned for his safety. I don't think he's safe there, especially because the police don't take it seriously. Nope. I don't think George is safe either. Everybody always forgets that George is under this protection order too.
Now, you know what really matters in here? It doesn't matter what any of us think. Jeremy is afraid for his safety. And he has a reason because these people continue. It is not based off prior behavior where he's still, he has lingering worry or doubt where they've already addressed this. This is escalating behavior. It has been escalating for a long time now. They have become emboldened to the point that they're appearing with the people that they actually got involved in it. So it's not like, again, it's not like they just sat down on it. No, I mean, they are not, it's weird. They're not denying it at all anymore. They're showcasing their conspiracy. It is so bizarre.
Yeah, it's like they've gone all in. They're all in to ruin him if they can. and they are working very hard to get I think they're working to get the sheriff to arrest him there in Levy County. On what charges? I have no idea. It's crazy to me. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the phone calls to the sheriff, because this is the part of the conspiracy, you guys. I actually think this is really good evidence that there is a conspiracy. And part of the conspiracy, and this is so dangerous, you guys. This is why Tug and I talk a lot about false accusers and false accusations. False accusations ruin lives. False accusations cause lives to be taken, especially when you call and make false accusations to the police. I don't know if people understand how dangerous it is to make these repeated false accusations to police. You know, this happened to me one time when I was in the fight with the library in Illinois. This is a known tactic, by the way, against an enemy of yours. And political parties would do it all the time. In politics, you know, they would do these things to each other. And one of the things to do, it's called building a record. And there isn't anything you really should call the police about, but you call them to make a record for the public, just like Lips does with her filings of the lawsuits. That's called building a record too. This one you do with the police department, though. You call, you make complaints. You know those complaints aren't going to go anywhere, but they must make a record of it, and it stays in their system forever. And when someone goes to look up or do a background check on Jeremy Hales or whatever, they're going to find how many reports at the sheriff's office with his name on it as the guy being complained about. And if you don't know this story, and how many, Tug, take a guess, how many reports do you think there are regarding Jeremy Hales allegedly doing something bad in Levy County? I don't know the answer. I'm just saying, how many? Oh God. How many do you think there are?
7.
I had 11 on me.
I'm saying 70. I'm going high. No, dude,
okay.
We have heard so many calls.
Yeah, I
so
think you're
far.
right. I think
And
it's way more than 11. I had 11 of them in Orland Park because that's what they did. They built a record calling the police on bullshit for bullshit things on me.
Yeah.
Nothing was followed through with. Nothing was done about any of it because it was all bullshit. It was all found unfounded, but it stays in the record. So then they can tell the media when the media calls, there's 11 police reports with her name on it. Well, how many do you think? Yeah. So the chat is guessing over 100, 87, 50. It's a lot. It's definitely more than 11.
Yeah.
Kayla thinks over 100.
It's possible there is. You know, I mean, when you bring in all the other conspirators, you know, you got Tina. How many did she make, for example? How many did those people make? You know, you got Volpe and Paint Chips. How many complaints have they made? We've seen, oh God, you know, if we bring in other agencies too, what if we bring in the FBI and more as well, or other jurisdictions? When we pull it out over that way, it's definitely over 100. It's definitely. You know, but
definitely
Levy County alone, it may be over 100 just in Levy County.
Before we start this, I forgot that we had super tips that were from yesterday. Or no, not yesterday. Yeah, they were from yesterday. And I didn't play them. I missed them. So here's Martin. Thanks for the 5.
John, get away from the window. Oh, wait, we live in a windowless shed. Don't mind me. I'm just a very old, infirm, retired pole dancer. Adding my widow's mite to Megan's pooch fund.
What the
pooch fund. And Laura Wilk, thanks for the 5, said check your Venmo, and I did. And Laura, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate that. So thank you all for being here. And you know, while we're talking about super tips, you can always click the link at the top of the chat if you want to have fun with the AI voices, because it does help support the show, and I appreciate it. Also, thanks to all of you sending super chats. And if you can't do that, you can definitely send a like, because that's free, and you can subscribe because that's free as well. And it helps the algorithm. Angry is giving me an applause in the background. He just walked in to brush his teeth. He liked that. You liked the like and subscribe. You want to try it?
Make sure to like and subscribe and comment and follow for more.
Follow for more. Yeah. Thank you. brush your teeth.
Now get back to the stream.
Let's get back to the stream. That's right. He's like, get back on topic.
Only
Maybe I should
75%
hire.
of you guys are not subscribed.
I should hire him to be my producer. Apparently, he's giving me the thumbs up and like, yeah, you're doing good. Go brush your
Only
teeth.
75% of you guys are not subscribed.
He loves watching YouTube, by the way. He loves his gamers. All right. Here is, we're going to start this. These are some of the phone calls made to the sheriff's office to disparage and build a record on Jeremy Hales.
Let's record a line with Lexi.
Hi. This is Linda Preston in Otter Creek. I just don't even know where to start.
They keep calling the cops on me. You're going to hear 6 different cop calls from Lynette, from Lips, from Two-Face Tina. What's next? Deuce calling because I love the Cleveland Indians? No commentary, uninterrupted, one right after the other. Because let's face it, we're all sick and tired of the lies. It's all been debunked. I don't even need to say anything. They just make themselves look more and more foolish every single day.
Mr. Hales on his channel has been calling the last few days for and Martha Riz said it.
Tug just got knocked off the stream when I pushed play on the video. That's weird. Streamyard knocked him out of the stream. He's trying to get back in. His stream fell down. Well, you know what we do in an emergency when things go to hell? That's right. We get our sombreros, we get a drink, and we have fun with one another. That's what we do. When Rome is burning, we're just going to be over here playing the maracas. There he is. Okay, well, we were just waiting for you and partying with the mariachi band.
That was weird. I didn't have a power outage or anything. I thought somebody might have hit a red button or.
You know what's worse? You know what's worse? I didn't even notice you were gone.
That's funny.
Until you texted me, and I was like, holy shit, he's not here.
Yeah. Well, what was bad is I heard like the first word to 2 words that Preston said, and then bam, I was like, what the hell? Because I was making AI pictures, so I didn't even I didn't notice I was out, but the sound just stopped. I thought, man, you stopped after 2 words? Why?
No, I didn't. All right, we waited for you though. So here we go.
On a video with her own voice. Everybody should be calling. You need to call CPS. Save the child. So we had our 31st visit from CPS yesterday.
Okay, so Jeremy Hales is calling CPS on you?
Yeah, it's having his fans do it. Telling his fans to do it.
Okay.
So
What's
they
your
are.
address?
151 North Otter Creek Avenue. But that's not really the thing for the call right now. There's a guy that has a YouTube channel called Veterans Nation, and he just now on his live said that he is going to be calling you guys and having the sheriff come out to our house for a child protection thing, and that he doesn't understand why you didn't come out with CPS.
Okay,
Well,
well, anybody can call us and request anything, but we're not DCF, so that's separate.
We know. I'm well aware. I've had them here 31 times. It's a fraudulent call, and oh my God, it's Michelle Preston. And now my number is going to be public. Jesus, I didn't even call on the right number.
Okay, what is your phone number?
Oh, shit.
All right, it's not supposed to be. They're supposed to redact that, but Jeremy does say they didn't. But he does.
Oh, that's that's not surprising. You know, that's actually not surprising. Like I said, they didn't do that.
Oh, wait, there's an admission here. She has multiple phones.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And she gave them her phone number she did not want to give away. So that's probably one that she's been holding on to and probably
hiding.
did not admit to the court. Yeah.
And now Jeremy has that number thanks to the sheriff.
Oh, man.
Why you keep it private?
Well, I need it for a deputy to contact you.
Well, I know, and they don't have it, but now they're gonna. It's all right. 352.
Is
No,
it gonna
it's
redact it?
redacted. No,
Okay.
it's
I was just
redacted.
making sure.
I had
I
to
was like, wait a
change my
minute.
number I've had for 13 years because it got doxxed publicly, and I couldn't answer it 50,000 times a day with
Didn't
hate
she run
calls
a
and death threats.
wait?
and-
Didn't she run a 501c3? Don't you have to have a phone number attached to that?
Yes.
So how is that doxing it when you put it up
It's
as
not.
your business?
You put
You know,
it up-
Michelle, I have two phones. Did you know that? I don't know if people realize that there is a number listed on some of my stuff, and if you call, yeah, it may sometimes give me. But most of the time, I won't answer that phone, but I'll let people leave messages. But I use two phones because I use a message. You know, I use it for businesses and stuff, but I don't use it to hide the harassment that I'm alleged on, because I'm not alleged to do any of it. So
Richard Thornton is cracking me up. I know this song. Her number is Pennsylvania 65000. That's a good one.
357.
Oh,
Whatever.
oh.
I'm gonna kidnap my kid. Whatever.
Dun, dun, dun,
Who
dun,
kidnapped
dun,
your kid?
dun, dun, dun,
Wait.
dun.
No,
Did she say
threats that we
kidnap my
get daily.
kid?
Yes. Yes. Let me
Roll
put the
that back.
captions on.
I'm gonna kidnap my kid. Whatever. Death threat.
Well,
Answer it 50,000 times a day with hate calls.
50,000 times a day. She says, I can't answer it 50,000 times a day. Yeah, little exaggeration, perhaps.
Couldn't answer it 50,000 times a day with hate calls and death threats. And I'm gonna kidnap my kid. Whatever.
this is why I do not
Who
make
kidnapped
contact
your
with
kid?
people like Preston.
No, threats that we get daily.
Who
It's
kidnapped your
it's no big
kid?
deal.
The cops. Who kidnapped your kid? And then
These
she
cops
goes-
are like, "What?"
No. Threats we get daily. It's no big deal.
Yeah, she.
This is evidence right here that all of her complaints about these alleged threats are bullshit. Oh, it's no big deal? It's no big deal, huh? It's no big deal. Gotcha.
Yeah, if somebody were threatening to kidnap my child, I don't think I would minimize it.
No. Chat, I know the Cubs won, and the reason I know that is because I heard Hangry and my husband screaming downstairs. They were watching the game. But thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, I've already gotten rid of a phone I had for 13 years, a phone number, because of Mr. Hale. So I didn't want them to get this one. I forgot and called.
So she destroyed the phone she had for 13 years.
When was this made?
I don't know. There's no
You know,
date on it.
I'm just curious about this. Is this pre or post protective? Is this post when she contacted Jeremy Hales and a depot?
I don't know.
See, I'm curious. The reason I'm asking that is I'd like to know where it is, because if it's after that she's saying, you know, if it's after that point, then she'd be lying, you know, depending on where it pops in. Because if she had a phone for 13 years, depending on where it falls into the protective line, if it falls after the protective line, but, you know, with the contact, if it's the same thing, why would she still have this number in there? Because remember, she said she doesn't carry anything over. She has to have
Right.
a brand new phone in it all, which is the weirdest thing I've ever heard, you know, because you port over your contacts and you port over all your messages and emails. Oh, anyway.
On the wrong line. It's all right. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
They'll get it one way or the other. This is getting worse.
What all kind of threats have you been getting?
Those don't matter. What matters is what this Veterans Nation guy is doing.
Okay, this must have been back when Veteran Nation maybe called CPS.
Yeah.
So when was
I don't
that?
remember how when that fits into the entire timeline, though. I just don't.
But I believe there was a lawsuit still at the time. They were in federal court then. She shouldn't have been she shouldn't have been getting rid of evidence. But the threats don't matter. You know, you caught that, chat? That doesn't matter. What kind of threats are you getting? That doesn't matter.
You know those sites where people put a timeline together and you can look at it, it has little dots on it. You know what I mean? Like the little circular dots. You know, you can
Yeah.
look through, click on them. Has anybody made one of those for the Hales stuff? Like an
Yes,
interactive timeline?
Rosalind. I believe Rosalind has that.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure
I know
what
she was
her
working on some
format.
stuff.
I don't know
yeah.
what the format of it is, but I know that she does have a timeline. I'm not sure how it's formatted. I don't know if it's like in that.
I need to have one when I talk about this damn thing, you know, so I can look at it and
know.
answer my own questions.
I know, like a history of the world timeline. We need a
Yeah,
history
yeah,
of the
uh-huh.
Hales case timeline.
Yeah, so when you know when like you know, a protective order kicks in, when you know when a certain violation kicks in, and it could be interactive, and you know, obviously you couldn't have everybody act on it, but I'd like certain people, you know, like a Melissa, for example. Yeah, she's very good with dates. You know, I see all her posts, so I would like, you know, we'd have to be careful about minutia in there, too much of it, but all of the main hitters, I would like them on a timeline that I can just look at with dots or something.
Yeah, I know, it would be good.
But he's going to call you. He said he was going to do it. The last time he did it, he called CPS live.
So
he called CPS and turned us in.
So this is after that.
After the CPS, yeah.
Okay.
That is a fake and fraudulent call, and he should have been arrested. Now he's going to call you guys and tell you that we should have came with CPS yesterday. You need to come out and do a welfare check. That's what he's telling his people right now.
That's not a fraudulent call, by the way.
No.
Like, you have to prove. Veteran Nation made it very clear, whether you agree or disagree with what he's doing on that. Yeah, I would hope anybody could look at that and say, from the totality of the circumstances, he believed that a child was in a dangerous situation and that there needed to be intervention. He noted it. He made sure that people understood it. And he made no, the thing was too, if he was making a fraudulent call, why would he do it live?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I by all accounts, I watched that live stream.
No.
He had a good faith reason to do it. He believed it himself, and he wanted to do it.
Also,
And you can't fault somebody for doing that.
Who else was on that stream?
Bruce.
Did they try to shut the stream down at any time? Do you remember? I don't remember them doing that. Do you?
Afterwards, he wrote to YouTube.
Yeah, but during the stream, when he was on there, he was put on hold. He sat behind the scenes. He did all of that. He didn't make an effort to shut down the stream. So, I mean, if it was such a monstrous thing, why was it a participation stream?
That was epic. He puts him. He's like, "You're gonna have to hold on. I have to talk to you."
Yeah, I couldn't believe
that was so epic. That was a real mic drop moment.
It was just so bizarre, though, that he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hold," and then he came back. And, you know, I mean, it's so bizarre. Is that still up, Veteran Nation? By the way, I wonder.
I think so.
I haven't, you know, I assume it is, but that might be one to listen to my own again. Yeah, just to listen to what Bruce says.
That was a good one. I mean, look, he explains himself to the operator very well. He gives her information that he got from Lynette, from her text messages. I don't know how you can say that's a false call. You know, Lynette's the one with the big mouth that keeps saying things that make people concerned that there's a child in danger. It's her fault that people believe the child is in danger. She keeps saying things that people go, whoa, that's a red flag. Like the other day, just a couple days ago, she said when she was being interviewed by that idiot, is she potty trained? Well, basically, she's 5. Basically, is not potty trained. That's not potty. You're either potty trained or you're not. And if you're still in a diaper at 5, that's a real big red flag, unless you have a severe disability. And she, by all accounts, does not have a severe disability.
Well, she didn't blame a quote unquote disability. She blamed.
No, she did.
Hales.
She did. She blamed. At first, she blamed medical issues.
I'm talking about the post.
And in the post, she blamed Jeremy Hales.
She blames Jeremy Hales totally.
Yes, correct. Why
So
won't
he's
this
going
play?
to, he's telling everybody he's going to make a fake call. He's never been here. And he's going to demand that you come out here to my house and do a welfare check on my child when CPS was just here yesterday and gave us a clean bill of health.
Do I have to be at a place to make calls, by the
My
way?
child doesn't need to keep going through this, is the point. We don't need to keep going through this because Hale says so, because this guy says
what
so.
do you have to do with Jeremy Hills? Like, why is he doing this? What kind of interaction have you had with him?
He's been stalking us for almost 3 years. He's gotten me in 3 different.
The way she uses the language, when there's no proof at all, there's no court order that says he's stalking her. And in fact, the injunction she filed for stalking she dropped
Right.
voluntarily. And she keeps telling these malicious, defamatory lies. He is stalking us. He has been stalking us for 3 years. That is a malicious, defamatory lie. And she's making it on a public record to the police. And if you think this doesn't bias the police against Jeremy Hales, oh, believe me, you'd be wrong. It does.
Court cases and took out a protection order after I got one on him. We've been battling this stalker.
She did not tell the dispatcher that I dropped mine voluntarily. So the only valid protection order is the one that's against me. That is so disingenuous. That is so fraudulent. This phone call is full of fraud.
For 3 years. He even tried to take my kid.
What?
He raised $65,000 for an aunt that's never met a child that I adopted 5 years ago. This has been going on forever, and we're tired of it. I'm starting to fight back. No, I don't have any in it. I'm making a note. Get up on the bed. I'm on with the police station. No, there's nothing in it. I'm on with the police station. Right? Yeah, I know what you really want me to get. I'm sorry, you're spoiled. Yeah, I know. Where's the scale? Here, move, please, go.
Okay, I'll have a deputy give you a phone call. It might come from a block to restricted number, so just answer it, okay?
Okay, if, what's his name? Mac, what is his name? Yeah, if he's on, I would love it if he calls. He knows the case very well. Stop.
Okay. I will have him give you a call. He's on another call right now, so it might be
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Levy County Sheriff's Office on recorded lines. Joseph, how can I help you?
Hi, how are you today? I am reporting.
This is Tina. And man, this one makes me hot under the collar. This is the one, if you listen closely, by the end of this call, she is going to tell the police if they don't do something, the people of Otter Creek are going to. That's what, and it sounds like violence to me.
It very much does sound like a threat.
And they just let her get away with this shit. If I were the cops, I would have been like, ma'am, what do you mean by that? You don't do anything. The police will take care of it if it's a police matter. And if it's not a police matter and there's no law being broken, you are not allowed to take the law into your own hands. You will do nothing. Do you understand? Like, you won't do anything. What? They just let her say this shit.
That someone stole my trespassing sign right out of my yard. I know.
Someone stole with a D. Someone stole. They stole it.
Who it is, but I can't prove it. It's Jeremy Hales. I know it is because it's right next to his property. I don't want him starting with me.
Ma'am, that is not evidence. I know it is. I can't prove it, but I know it's him because it's right next to his property.
She also said that she doesn't want him starting with her, but we had already seen these efforts that they had to instigate. They said that they
Isn't
put
she
the thing
starting
up
with him?
Yeah, they had put that up. They admitted that the placement for that was meant to start something. They really wanted it. And oh, it's so crazy. And it didn't matter. Honestly, you know what? For all I know, they pulled the freaking thing out of the ground themselves. For all I know, that's the way they did it. But you know, and it just worked as a talking point. Who knows?
Rachel says stoked, stoled. Yeah, the misspellings in this case are epic.
Because he starts with everybody in this neighborhood. And I need this to stop right now.
Okay, I can get this set up for you. What is your address?
He starts
I'm Tina
with
Haley.
everybody.
I've talked to Beecham. I've talked to Anderson.
Oh, Beecham.
They know it.
I've talked to he starts with everybody in this neighborhood. She and Lynette together, they're a nice little, they're starting to be their own little ecosystem there.
Yep.
He starts with everybody in this town. He does this to everyone. How do we know this bitch didn't start with him? You know, like
Tina Haley. I've talked to Beecham. I've talked to Anderson. They know exactly what's going on here. But now, I mean, they're not helping these people down the street. I need them to help us because I'm not going to do this with this man. He's not going to make money off of me. He is not going to record me.
Hey,
I need
Tina.
this to stop.
Hey, Tina. Guess what? I'm literally making money off of you right now. Hey, chat. You want to piss Tina off? Send breadsticks. Send breadsticks in the name of Tina. Because Tina doesn't want anybody making money off of her on YouTube. Tina thinks somehow that that's not okay. It's not okay to make money off of her dumbass phone calls to the cops that are a public record. Would any of you out there like to dedicate the next super chat to Tina? Would you like to show Tina that people
Send
are
your
making
tiny
money?
Tinas in.
Tiny Tinas. Maybe not. Thanks for the 20. Hi, Tina. Tina, we are laughing at you. Yeah. I mean, how dare you say he's not going to make money on me? Hey, Tina, watch me do it. You want to watch me make money on you, Tina? Just because you said that, now I'm going to make money on Tina. Chat, gather round, chat. Let us today make Tina roll around writhing and screaming and saying words wrong.
She'll be like, "This isn't an Olive Garden." Yeah, that'll be good.
Writhing around on the floor like a vampire hit with holy water because you all decided that she was entertaining enough to send in your tiny Tinas. That's right. Jada sent one for $1.99 for Tina and the shutdown in Tina's honors. Just for Tina. Says, look, Tina, I'm making money on you, Tina. Amanda, breadsticks to tick off Tina. Yeah, go kick rocks, Tina. That's right, says Aunt Abby. Georgie's life, get bent, Tina. Rogue Mama, Meg and I have a Tina meme. Will DM. Fantastic. On Twitter, send it to Twitter. I'll open Twitter right now so I have it because Rogue Mama has funny. She always does. She has the best memes. She really does. She's my leading meme farmer at the moment. Tina, he's not the only one that's going to make money off of you. Thing is, when you act stupid like this, lots of people will make money off of you on the internet. Look what Rogue Mama sent.
You know, it's sad though, is it makes him look even more. He looks better with the sombrero.
He looks better like that.
He really
well,
does.
you know, the shutdown makes everybody makes some people feel better. Maybe he's on vacation. I don't know. The shutdown makes everybody want to party, you know? It needs this behind it though. There we go. All right, let's see. We also have she sent me something else too. Let me see. What is this? I think this is supposed to be Tina. You got the haircut really well. The haircut, I think the haircut is good.
That's actually really good there.
It's really good. Yeah. All right. Tina doesn't want chat. Now chat. Tina does not want anyone making money off of her chat. Let's make sure that no one's making any money off of Tina today. So, hey Tina, look at Megan making money off of you, says Teresa. Rio says Tina can bite it. Terry says, hi Tina, surprise, we're generating money on your not on her behalf, but at her expense. That's what it is. Hey Tina, I'm gonna strap you to my plow. Yeah, that's right. You're gonna work my fields.
Do my fields. That's right.
You're working my fields. You're gonna work my fields.
Yep.
Oh my God. And C says out of work due to shutdown, but worth my last 5 for Tina. Oh my God. And that better not have been your last 5. Hey J and no. Thanks for the 5. Here to make Tina's night just a little more miserable.
Okay, Miss Haley.
And now he's trespassing and stealing.
How was your
It's destruction of property.
yes? Ma'am. How was your last name spelled?
Haley.
Okay.
He's like, yes, ma'am.
Callback number for you.
Can you try
I like
spelling, please?
her name is 1 letter off of Hales.
That's funny.
That's
actually.
weird. Again
This-
with the simulation and the weird. Jeez. This is funny. Hey Tina, fuck off. Fuck off. Mistrust Loon, thanks for the 5. Hey Tina, remember the finger yard deco? I'm from Jersey, so that breadstick's broken watch for finger. Was she the one? Were they the ones that did the finger fence thing?
Yeah,
Were
yeah,
they the
that was
ones?
them. Yeah, yeah. It took
What?
me a-
So didn't they start this shit?
Yeah, I mean, it's been going on for a long time. This isn't just some brand new, well, we want him to not start something. Yeah, this has been something they have definitely been involved in.
Rob Pate, this is great. Thanks for the 10. Because I prefer laughter to fighting. Joke about a truck both sides hate. The only thing more fragile than the Cybertruck's windows is a Cybertruck owner's ego when you make a joke about it.
Oh my God, I love watching those videos
This is a
about
good one.
you know the Cybertruck thing. 50,000 units sold. They put $10 billion just in the factory, not counting anything else, to build the factory. $10 billion, and yeah, at best they've recovered what, 4.
Oh no.
It is. Oh yeah, it is probably the worst failure of a car, like any kind of major release ever.
I thought the videos of the Cybertrucks getting stuck in the snow were really funny. Like, isn't that why you get a truck? Patrick W, thanks to the 2. A memorial breadstick. Deborah Rearick, this one's for lying Tina. Thanks for the 2. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. I love it when people tell me, I don't like that you're not allowed to make money on me. Well, I am definitely
yeah.
allowed to make money on your dumbass. Like if you're
I
being a
monetize
dumbass in
weirdos.
public, yeah, we're gonna monetize the
And then if
weirdness. Yeah.
you sue me for it, I'm going to cover the lawsuit and make money off of it, and then I'm going to destroy you in court, and I'm going to counter
I'm gonna take your house. No, and I'm gonna repossess your dog.
If you sue me, if you sue me and I counter sue you and I win, I'm maybe going to donate your property to a certain guy that you don't like.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be really funny. So
that would be really fun. I bet Tina's not enjoying all of this right now. Tina, guess what? You know how you could have made sure that no one was making money on you? Don't make these stupid false phone calls. That's how. Because they're public records. And once they're on the public record, the public has a right to find them and talk about them and laugh at them and make money on them. Like this. $14.99 from Australia from Aussie Wombat. Tina sold the land to Jeremy with encroachments. One of those being her own land where the garage is. Jeremy has every right to sue her, and she will then have to pay the whole purchase price back. Yeah, that's all going on. Also, I don't know if he ever filed that suit yet, but I know he was talking about it.
Yeah, he talked. I mean, I don't know. There's so much that was happening. Who knows?
I mean, how many lawsuits can he really shoulder at once, you know? Brett
with
says,
him, I think
have more
more.
breadsticks, piss off Tina.
I think.
I
he
mean,
could
what's
shoulder
one
more and
more?
more.
Yeah, what's one more, Jeremy? What's one more? You know?
Okay, bear with me one moment while I get
He's
this
done
set up
good.
for you, okay, Miss Haley?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody witness the theft of your sign, or do you?
No, they're cowards.
Okay.
They're cowards. They only do it in the middle of the night.
How do you know?
He knows
no one witnessed it, but she knows that it happened in the middle of the night, and she knows it was Jeremy Hales. Did
they do it? Did they do it?
Oh, maybe that's why she knows why it was done in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of details on it. They have this sketchy story about it.
I'm going to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Hold on. The Magic 8 Ball is going to know. What should we ask the Magic 8 Ball? Did Tina or someone Tina knows steal the memorial? Ready? Here we go. I got to get my reading glasses. I can't read this.
Let me get the magic pen too. I've got mine. I forgot. I haven't used it in a while. There we go.
It says, my what? Oh, my sources say probably.
Mine says without a doubt. Exactly what it says, without a doubt.
and are you sure? Most likely is the next one I got.
Oh, mine straight up, like the first.
Without a doubt.
We'll take a picture of it. Like you hear when I hit it, because you listen, you can hear it when I hit it. It's loud. So first time I hit it,
evidence.
it was like
I think Tug and I asking the Magic 8 Pen and the Magic 8 Ball is more evidence than she has.
That's true. Actually, you know what? That sources reveal.
Sources say yes. All right. Is Tina? Hold on. I'm going to ask the 8 Ball one more thing. Is Tina going to be very upset that I made money off of her tonight? Let's see what it says. I'm shaking it. Okay. Let's see. Shake it. Concentrate and ask again. Really?
You weren't concentrating again.
I wasn't. All right. Let me concentrate. Let me send it out into the universe. Is Tina going to be upset when she finds out that we monetized the shit out of her tonight? Let's see.
This thing has so many weird things in here.
Better not. It says better not tell you now.
The first one I got on the one when you asked that was "if you're lucky" was the one he told me. If you're lucky, will she be upset? If you're lucky,
Craig, thanks for the 20. Says Tina wants to help you make the money. Well, it feels that way. See you next, Tina.
See you next, Tina. That's amazing.
We are replacing See You Next Tuesday with See You Next Tina for sure. See you next, Tina. Thank you. Gotta love me. Oh, that's excellent.
Check this out. Here's my pen, by the way. So here's the picture.
You're gonna show me a picture? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on.
Look, so you push it in and rolls a little window around. That was busted out without a doubt on us.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I love it,
oh my God.
The surveillance that I have right there, there's a bush that's in front of it, so I'm going to have to cut that bush down so I can get him on surveillance. But it doesn't matter if we got him on surveillance because y'all don't do anything. Okay, these people down the streets got him on surveillance every day harassing them. I don't want it to start with us. So I'm trying to stop it before it starts.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we've already gone through it once with him, and he's trashed us all over the internet, which we don't care because we're good people. We don't have records. There's nothing you can find.
Oh, you're good.
In our
Objection. Objection. Facts not in evidence.
Well, we
Facts
don't care
not in
to.
evidence.
We just brought it up to the police, you know. Okay.
We're good people. No, I'm gonna need to see evidence on that, Tina, because facts not in evidence. No.
How do you know that he's under constant surveillance from your neighbors, by the way? How do you know that, Tina, unless you all have been communicating? And that's kind of a weird thing to note. Oh, wait, I remember now. You were also in communication with the PR team there. And the PR team probably, since they were showing and they had a direct line to videos and they were trying to they kept telling people that they had videos of Jeremy Hale. Remember when they said that? We got a video of Jeremy Hale's doing this. And apparently they didn't.
I just asked the Magic 8 Ball while you were talking. Did Tina see those videos from Lynette? And it says, yes, definitely. See, I have more evidence than she does. I do. I do.
We haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're good people. We pay our taxes. We just want y'all to do your jobs and make him stop.
Okay. All right, Miss Haley. Like I said, I'm going to get this set up for a deputy. I just have a couple questions for you for the deputies, okay?
Well, they should know him by name. I mean, he harasses everybody around here.
Do you know when did the trespass sign go missing? When was it taken?
Last night.
Okay.
It was there yesterday. It had to be last night. I went grocery shopping today, and I didn't think to look to see if it was there. And,
Well, how do you know that somebody
so
didn't come
it
by
had to
right
have been
that day while you were at the store and took it? How does she know it was in the middle of the night?
How did she know it wasn't the neighbors that did it? The ones that she's talking about across the
Yeah.
street. How did she know they didn't do it? Because
How did she know they didn't do it for content, which
yeah,
they
yeah,
used
or to
and then
provoke a
raised like all
response.
kinds of money? Yeah.
last night, but you can see where they literally pulled it up out of the ground. My husband concreted it.
So how did they pull it out
And
of
it
the
was a
ground?
memorial for,
Yeah. How'd they pull it
he
out of the
died in my
ground?
arms right here.
Was it? Wait. Was it Superman? I'm asking the 8-ball. Did Superman steal the memorial?
Did
Yes,
Jeremy
definitely. It says
steal
yes,
the memorial?
definitely.
Did Jeremy Hill steal the memorial? I'll ask it. Dude, no way. That's what it says.
Well,
Dude.
now we know. The 8-ball just told us that Superman did it because it was cemented in and he just pulled it out. It was Superman. Obviously.
So we were putting a memorial because they kept stealing the memorial. And so I told him, I said, put it on my property so he won't touch it anymore. Well, he took the memorial, he took our trespassing sign. We had 2 poles up there and he took the poles and everything.
Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am. Did you report when that occurred? Whenever all the memorial items?
Listen
were
to how they
taken from-
describe the quote unquote memorial, by
I
the
am
way.
not sure. And right down the street from us. I don't know if they reported it, but every time we would put them out there, he would take it. And I said, that's like pissing
Wait a
on
minute,
somebody's
chat.
grave. I mean,
Did I miss her
Wait.
saying I need to cut my bush to see him better?
Yeah. She said I needed
No,
to trim
come
it back.
on.
Yeah. She certainly did.
Where's Mary Lankins when I need her?
Did she just blame him for stealing other memorials?
How did I miss her saying she needed to trim her bush to see him better? Oh my God.
I'm
Hold
sure
on,
the
let me
police were like, well, thank you for that detail.
house they put them. I don't know if they report, and
Since we're taken from.
I am not sure. And right down the street from us. I don't know if they reported it, but every time we would put them out there, he would take it. And I said, that's like pissing on somebody's grave.
Wait,
I mean, how sick is that?
wait.
Okay.
Go back with that. I don't understand what she's saying. She's saying how many memorials were supposedly taken?
I don't know.
I'm confused by what just
the
happened.
memorial. No, she said the memorial items.
Whenever all the
Yeah, but I mean,
memorial
like,
items
okay.
from-
It was a it was a janky post.
No,
and
but
a
she's
dollar
saying, look,
store
she said
ribbon.
every time they were put out. She's talking about more things than just this.
Oh, I don't
Like
know.
the wording there. That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
Go back and
Tug,
listen to that part.
I don't speak hillbilly. I
do.
can't.
I get it. Let me slow. But see, this hillbilly seems
Yeah,
awful
I
because
do.
You
He says, "Let me
hillbillies speak
slide
very
in here."
slow. You know.
Well, then you should be able to tell me what she's saying because I don't get it.
Not sure.
No, she's she doesn't.
Right down.
She speaks Karen.
Karen. This is the ultimate
on
Karen.
the street from us. I don't know if they reported it, but every time we would put them out there, he would take it. And I said, that's like pissing on somebody's grave. I mean, how sick is that? I mean, it's just, he's sick. There's something mentally wrong with this guy. And somebody's going to end up getting hurt because we're all getting really tired of it.
Okay. No,
What?
I understand that. What
Yeah,
was
that's
the value of
There it is.
I know. He said also he said, okay, I understand that. So he didn't even
Yeah.
he responded to that being like, no problem.
There's
That's
something
crazy.
mentally wrong with this guy. And somebody's going to end up getting hurt because we're all getting really tired of it.
Okay.
So that's
that's
not
great.
like one of us is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
That we're
a-
all getting really tired of it, so somebody's going to get hurt.
Well, yeah, we're going to jack him up.
And who's we are all? Who's we? Who's all? Tina? Who are you talking about who are all really sick of it and are going to hurt somebody?
No, I understand that. What was the
Do you? You idiot? You understand someone saying to you, we're getting tired of it. Somebody's going to get hurt. The fuck is wrong with these cops there? I swear to God.
value of the sign, would you say, monetarily?
How much was your 8-foot pole? How much was the sign? We don't care about
Oh,
that.
God.
Okay, we
2-inch
just
pipes
don't
and 8-foot poles.
want him coming near us.
No, I understand.
My husband said less than $100, but
Okay.
that's not the point. The point is he come on my property without permission and stole my stuff. Okay, I know there's a law against that.
I understand that. Like
How
I
many-
said, these are just questions for my deputy. These are things we have to document in order to follow the process that we have to, okay?
All right, we're just really upset about
No,
this. I mean, I know it sounds stupid,
No,
but
no.
this is how it starts, because he threatened us 2 weeks ago saying that he was going to sue us, okay, for intruding on his property. So then we found all of our markers, okay, to where he can't sue us because I sold him the flipping property he's living on. Are you kidding? I mean, this guy is insane. He's just nuts. I don't know if I need to get a lawyer.
Oh boy, Mary Lankins has entered the conversation. Thank you, Spin Doctor.
Oh, Tina, honey, your bush can't hold a candle to a real woman.
Thank you for
Lawyer
that.
like the rest of the 12 people that's got lawyers? I don't know.
12 people?
And
They've
he
got
also
lawyers?
goes around telling everybody that y'all are not going to do anything because he gave y'all a very large donation.
You know, they keep
And y'all
saying
are
this. They keep saying this. I have never heard him say that. That
That's just
the
a way
cops
to poison the well.
Right. This is the building of the record, the destroying of his reputation with local law enforcement that will cause them to not do things. They're being told over and over again. And if a lie is repeated enough times, people believe it as the truth. And I've heard that so many times by these people, and not one of them has ever shown any evidence of this. That he goes around saying he's given Levy County Sheriff some big donation, so they're never going to come after him. What? We're not going to go through this whole thing. I just want to get to the end of her call.
Not going to do anything. So please record that one.
Okay, yes, ma'am. This is a recorded line.
She
Well, I
thinks
hope so, because
she thinks her saying something is the same thing as evidence. Do you notice that?
Yeah. But
So-
it's funny.
right.
She was like, you need to record this. He's like, it is a recorded line. You know?
That's right. Yeah, you're being recorded. Oh, she says, well, I hope so. So, Tina, I don't want to hear any complaining that we're playing this and making money on you, because you just said you hoped it was recorded, and you should know that these things are foiable.
Well,
So I don't want to hear any complaining out of you.
it isn't just that. When they complain that no one lets them have their voice, well, we're letting them have their voice. We are broadcasting whatever they said. So their allegation is it's actually met a large audience out there. People can make up their own minds about it. They've seen how this insanity plays. So
It's crazy.
guy's nuts. And something needs to be done. I mean, he used to go around threatening everybody with his pistol. Well, since he got in trouble, he don't do
What?
that no more, but I still know he carries the pistol.
what
You know?
the
So, I
fuck?
mean, he's
That sounds like John Cook. Is she talking about John?
That's crazy. That is a crazy allegation to make to the police since he got in trouble with a what?
Believe me, if there was a police report out there that showed Jeremy Hales had waved his pistol at somebody and got in trouble, we would have seen it already.
We would see it every day.
We'd see it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been out there all the time.
Yeah. There's no way that is true.
Well, they've taken the stuff we've seen with Cook and other worse, and they've attributed it to Jeremy Hales.
Oh, okay. Steeler 95 says, I think they are referring to the Ohio Police Department donation to the K-9 unit. How is that the same thing? She's literally saying he said he gave you guys a bunch of money, so you're not going to do anything. She's talking to Levy County. I know he gave a donation to Ohio, his local force there, but that wouldn't have anything to do with Levy County. So they're just taking stories of things he did in other states and claiming that he did them in Florida. God, what a bitch. This woman lies.
Crazy. All of us are scared of him, to be honest with you.
It doesn't seem like it to me.
Me and 5 other people from this town went to talk to Beecham and Anderson. They know all about it.
Right
her and 5 people. There must be a report about
Let's see,
that.
John Cook, Lynette Preston,
Mm-hmm.
her husband,
her husband,
and who else?
Marla.
Marla.
You know it was probably Marla. Oh my God.
I mean, you should know about it. Russell, I can name you 12 people in Otter Creek that he's suing right now.
Okay. All right.
In
man,
Otter
we'll
Creek?
have the call set up for service. We're having a deputy head out there. It'll be Corporal Mac.
All right, that's the end of her call. So, maybe the rest, if you guys haven't seen this, definitely go, and I'll drop the link in the chat so that you can go and watch it and see how many phone calls just on this one.
I may go over that tomorrow if anything else pops off. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
Just, these people are trying to get him in trouble with police, and it's crazy because they don't have any evidence that he did anything wrong. But if you call them enough and you make these claims enough, even police, they get biased. Or they just get really tired of hearing about it. And then they hate Jeremy Hales just because they have to listen to these weirdos talking about him all the time. I hate
that's
this.
why you have lawsuits, because, but even then you see people they assume the legal system runs quickly. Justice, it prevails, and it prevails now. And that is not the case. When people look at this, and they think this is terribly slow, it's like, no, this is about the speed a lot of cases run at.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
Unfortunate. Man,
That's
this
true.
is messed up. So that live stream today, check this out. I saw this post. Let me put this up real quick too. So today, with the live stream we were talking about with Samantha.
Yeah.
John Cook was apparently talking about that. And he popped in hey, Samantha, how many children have you popped out with that married man? And what I understand nowadays, you're quite the drunk. So, Lynette even has John Cook attacking. Yeah, isn't that weird? Isn't that something?
It's really awful.
Especially with his his alleged MO, body
really
in the
awful.
shed. So
Samantha, they need to leave her alone. She's been through enough because of them, and they need to leave her alone. And it's really brave of her to come out and talk about it because, like I said, she's reporting that these people have been stalking and harassing them for 30 years. Lynette specifically. John, for however long he's known Lynette, obviously is taking part in it. But yeah, they need to leave her alone. All right, I'm going to hit super chats. I'm sure you have to get going.
Yeah, I'm going to bounce. See what
it's been 2 hours. Jeez.
Okay. I'll catch you later. Have a good one, Chad. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right. Here we go. We got a couple super tips here. Rozilla's Realm.
Otter Creek, Florida, public library burns to the ground. Both books were completely destroyed. The worst part is one of them wasn't even colored in yet.
Why did you set fire to it?
And Sherry S2448. Thanks for the 5.
I'm in more court cases than I have fingers. So I thought I would use my teeth, but turns out I have less than 10 of those. Gah!
Sammy, batshit crazy. Thanks for the 5.
Just because I don't comment on every video doesn't make me a lurker.
That's your reminder, lurkers, to check in. Roll call for lurkers, just in case YouTube is not counting your view, because YouTube is asshole, and we don't know why they do the things they do. All right, we're starting at the top of the super chats. Janice MB, member for 11 months. You and Tug have gotten me through a super rough summer, and I just want to say thank you. Also, try calming dog treats with Archie. They really help. Well, thank you for that nice compliment, Janice. And do you mean the calming, like the stress treats? I think that's what you mean. I'll look into them. I've never tried them. He's so big and so dumb. I just hardly anything helps. Maybe not. Thanks for the gifted 10 memberships. Wow. Thank you. Welcome to the Fox Den. All of you who got those 10 memberships. That's amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. It's weird here, folks, but you'll get used to it, I'm sure. And Debbie Britt became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den, Debbie. You can't get out now. Don't even try. Allie Kermit Lips became a YouTube member. Oh my gosh. Oops. How did I hit 2 buttons at once? Megan hits the wrong button. You can check that off on the bingo card. All right. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Hugs for you. Read my mind today. Thank you. Hugs back, Max Lab. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 10 towards cold medicine or whiskey, whichever would suit your cold better. I got to fill up my flask. It's empty. But yeah, the cold medicine is making me slow. It's making my brain work too hard to pull up vocabulary words I should have. And it's happened to me a couple times today, and it's been really frustrating. So I hope I can stop taking it soon. Wizzy Wheels, member for 15 months. It has in no way been 15 months. Yes, it has. It's been 15 months. Can you believe it? Bunsen Rockenstone, thanks for the Canadian 5. I'm never getting caught up. There's so much. It doesn't matter. Jump in where we are, Just jump in where we are, because I assure you, we will always have fun no matter where we are. Teresa Finn, Writer Chick, thanks for the 10. Lurker, checking in. You guys make me laugh, then snort so hard I scare my pup Ruby. Also, I wanted to share that I'm feeling awesome the last couple of days and proud to say I've officially dropped 92 pounds. Holy cow. That's like an entire person. That's like my mom. My mom is like 92 pounds. Teresa, that's amazing. Congratulations. I feel like I need a button for that. Do I have like a special button? Let's see, I'm looking. Oh, I do. I have a great button for that. We're celebrating 92 pounds lost. Get your drinks, everyone, and put on your sombreros. The government's shut down. Everything's fucked up, but we're having fun anyway. Woohoo! Congratulations, Teresa. It's awesome. Maybe not. Thanks for the 5. Our elected officials got more action than LO's tonsils. Oh, God. It's true. Except they're the ones screwing us. Patrick W., member for 12 months. Lynette's case technically dismissed, which means creditors can pursue whatever means they see fit to collect as well as move on any court proceedings. That's correct. And it's going to stay that way because the government is shut down. Arriba! I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Allie, Kermit Lives, thanks for the $7.99. Megan, please do a tug meme with just a sombrero for his dignity. Maybe a thanks for the 5. What's worse than either party are these damn concerned trolls. Imagine getting upset at people laughing at memes. I know. The thing is, the more you call it disgusting and the more you misuse the word racist on something that isn't, the sillier you look. And then it makes people meme more. And I mean, guys, really, I'm not going to make you sit through them, but you should, if you want to see them, please just go on Twitter and look at the sombrero memes because they're so funny. There's some really good ones. There might be one. I might find the Hakeem Jeffries one and play that one for you because that one made me, I was crying. The White House one wasn't even as funny as what came after that. Like, honestly, the White House one was funny, but it wasn't as funny as what came after, which is so much. Flux has it on her Hold on, let me look. Flux has it on her page. I'm going to find it now. Now I have to because this one made me laugh so hard. Okay, here, wait. This one's funny. So the vice president tweeted out this. God, how is this real? I love this timeline. And again, it doesn't mean anything. It's just that the memes are funny. Look at JD Vance retweeted this. It said, some may say it's Photoshop. And he tweeted out, it's real. And then there's this one's really
An unprecedented.
No,
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault. It's a disgusting.
Oh, okay. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, I'm not going to make you look at it anymore. But like that one, I was rolling on the floor. It's too funny. And again, I'm just laughing at the meme. It's just a meme, folks. It's just a meme. Sometimes a meme is just a meme. Oh God. Okay. Where am I at? I'm not even going to look at the chat. So if some of you are flipping out right now, it's okay to just say an early good night. Rizilla's Realm. Thanks for the 2. Checking out the new avatar. Are those ostriches in sombreros? Oh my God, that's funny. Coyote Bay, thanks for the 2. Drain the swamp. Agreed. Storm Beer in Summer, thanks for the 6. You have to think like Trump. Trump is destroying everything and make America poor. The same what Putin is doing and Kim Jong-un to their people. Well, I know that some of you think that. I don't think that. I don't think that's his intention. I think he's trying to do the opposite. But I can see why some of you think that might happen, and maybe it will. And in the next 2 years, if that's where we're at, maybe I'll have to come back and say, you were right. He's just as bad as Kim Jong-un, which is kind of crazy because that guy drags people out of their beds in the middle of the night and murders them. So maybe we shouldn't go that far, you know? Maybe we shouldn't compare him to leaders who are dragging people out of their beds to kill them at night. Rizilla's Realm. Oh, I got that one. Oh, check your email. You've got the full fiesta. Oh my God. What did you send? What did you do? What did you do? Hold on, I'm looking. Hold, please. The hold music will for now be replaced with this. Why is my email taking so long to open? Holy cow. Oh my God, I have so many emails from you guys. Which one is it? Shoot. I don't see any pictures. All right, I can't go through this the entire... I don't see it. What is that? Remember the rules. You have to give me what is the subject line? What's the subject line? You have to give me the subject line, and I can't look at the chat right now because I'm reading the super chats, and so I'm on a different page. Dang it. Sorry, I will get to it. Maybe I'll show it tomorrow or something. Or no, I'm not on tomorrow. I am on tomorrow for the trial, though, in the morning. Sheila, 12:52. Tomorrow I start at 10:30, by the way. Member for 5 months. I think we should have a giant hug party and show each other how to get along. I love that idea. I love it. Let's have what do they call? What did Amber Heard call it? A cuddle puddle? Should we have a cuddle puddle? I'm all for it. Mama Trees, thanks for the 20. They're all greedy bastards. If you need to hear happy birthday again, it's my grandson's birthday. He's 3. I will take any excuse to play more sombrero video.
Happy birthday from both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
Happy birthday. and Rob. The big difference this time, this is coming from the Oval Office. Usually that is the voice of calm. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. You cannot tell me that the Obama years that he was the voice of calm. He would insert himself into every major story like Trayvon Martin and fan the flames. So please don't tell me that this guy is the first guy to ever be divisive in any way. We've had a lot of divisive presidents in their own way. This is not anything new, Rob. I love you, but this is nothing new. He's better at trolling for sure, but no. The voice of calm. No, look, we have a partisan system. When Democrats are in office, they talk a lot of smack, they talk a lot of shit. And, and then when Republicans are in office, they talk a lot of shit. Like this is America. It's just going to happen. It's shit talking. It's funny. It's a joke. It's a joke. Diane Gladstone, thanks for the 2. Twin granddaughters were born on Monday. Congratulations. That sounds like celebratory music to me. We need more drinks, because Rob is trying to get me to debate him and I'm not going to do it. I won't, Rob. Patrick W. Thanks for the 5. Friends united in strength of the sombrero message. El Meco Americo Greato Againo. Also, fund the blue bucket to fertilize Washington. I like it. Tracy Wilden gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird here. You'll get used to it. And then Allie S sent 2. It feels like natural selection. Sapphire Sky, thanks for the 5. Why does all of this make me hear Alice's Restaurant in my head? I don't know. Patrick W, thanks for the 2. Is the same admin. Order in effect for Fed 1 or Fed 2. We don't know. So the federal court that we got that order from was the bankruptcy court in Florida. We did not see, I have not seen yet, an order similar in the circuit court, in the federal court where the civil cases are. I don't know. So the answer to that is I don't know. I'm thinking probably not. I'm thinking that the bankruptcy court is a lot different. We're learning a lot about bankruptcy court now that we never knew before, but I don't know. Well, that's a good question, and maybe in the next couple days I'll have the answer to that. Wyatt's Grammy, thanks for the 2. Chat party. Uh-oh, you said the magic words. Alias, thanks for the 2. Her bankruptcy died. Barb Hildebrand, member for 3 months. Hello, Megan and Tug. I'm a Canadian. I wish that Trump was our PM. Trump is trying to MAGA. Carney is trying to ruin our country. It's funny how we all think differently. Some people love him, some people hate him. But we don't have to hate each other. That's the great thing. We don't have to. You guys can hate whoever you want, but we don't need to hate each other. Just hate politicians. That's fine with me. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 10. The government Huckabee, we really need term limits. Yeah. That said, I'm wondering if John inserted a brain, and if it will kill what? Will the alcohol kill it too? I think there's typos in here. I'm having a hard time discerning this, but I totally agree with you on term limits. Bunsen Rockenstone, thanks for the Canadian too. Which one tickled Dan's ear? Yeah, God, can you imagine? But Lynette tickling anyone's ear is just an uncomfortable thought. William Allen, thanks for the 5. The pinata in your birthday video freaks me out. It has a stick poking out of its head. Listen, William, don't look that closely, okay? We can't make AI do things perfectly. We have to take what we can get right now. Skynet is not here yet. Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 10. Lynette and Crook are getting bolder and bolder because they haven't had actual consequences. That's right. And held in contempt with jail time and being required to actually pay the fines. The judge needs to crack down. Yeah. But it hasn't happened yet. And it's been crazy. Debbie Baker, thanks for the 10. For you, son. Was that for Hangry? I'll make sure he gets it. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 5. I almost forgot the pooch. May he live long and his ears not itch. Bless the big dumb guy. From my Chihuahua Stella. Aw. Yeah, his tummy's feeling better at least. He's not having the gastro problems. Lady Tammy, thanks for the 5. Sombreros are fun. I like your avatar. They are fun. They are super fun. And they're fun to wear. They're fun to draw. They're fun to put on memes. They're fun for Halloween. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. JH has over 60 calls from LP to sheriff. Wow. Really? It's amazing. It's amazing. Janice, that was an interesting point you just made. Before it rolls by, let me see if I can grab it. Wait. Yeah, this is it. I personally don't like Trump, but I do like his policies. That's a really interesting position. I wonder how many people feel that way. I personally like him because I find him funny. That doesn't mean I like everything that he does, or that in fact, I often say things like, God, that was stupid. Why would he do that? You know, I don't feel like talking about it publicly, though. I don't feel like, what's the point? Like, he gets enough criticism, you know, but there's an interesting, I haven't seen many people who say, I personally don't like him, but I like his policies. Plus, Trump didn't write that bill. Congress did. Yeah, and every bill they write is terrible. They're all terrible. So when Democrats are like, the bill is terrible, I'm like, well, I probably agree with you. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure it is. And every bill that you guys write are terrible too. You guys haven't fixed this shit. We're up Schitt's Creek. Nobody's fixed it. It's all their fault. All of them. And if Nancy Pelosi, she's been there for all these people, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, what are they, 180 years old? They've been there for how long? And they still haven't fixed anything. They're not gonna fix it now. It's absurd. Take another drink. It's all we can do, you know? Like, I don't know, let's just salsa for a while. All right, Planet Lupa, thanks for the 6. Listening and laughing while pole dancing, wearing nothing but a sombrero, 2 phones in my hand, sending some breadsticks. Love for Megan, Tug and Chat. Oh, God. Planet Lupa, thanks for the 2. And this one's from the second phone. Woohoo! I love it. Yeah, like Chuck Schumer, all these people, all these old Republicans and old Democrats, they've been there forever. Chuck Schumer's been there like longer than I've been alive. And he still he's still complaining about the same shit. Like, it's theater. It's all theater. They're all pretending. Maybe not. Thanks for the 20. Hi, Tina. Jada for Tina in the shutdown. SF in Tina's honor. Tina, let's just I'm going to read these again just so we can rub the salt in the wound, because Tina didn't want anyone making money on her. Cindy Ackerman, thanks for the 10. Just for Tina. Amanda, thanks for the 5. Breadsticks to tick off Tina. Georgie's life, get bent, Tina. The anti-Hales. Rogue Mama, thanks for the 2. Megan, I have a Tina meme. I already got that one. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 2. We are laughing at you. I'm not jealous of you, cow. I'm talking Tina, and I'm a shit. Thanks for the 5. I appreciate that, puzzler. In the clouds 4. Thanks for the 10. Hey, Megan, Tina said to give this to you. Did she? I bet she did. She really wants me to have it. She does. Cynthia Fire Fairy 42, thanks for the 2. Tina, lots of emojis. Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 10. This is for Tina, and I didn't stole my $9.99. You didn't stole it? Wender Bender, thanks for the 5. Hey, Tina, I'm sending this in your honor. I'm still coughing. I hate that. Amy Wells, thanks for the 5. Breadstick money for Tina. My voice is getting weak right now. And I'm out of my drink. Where's my water? It's not up here. Valerie Severe, thanks for the 5. You should start a doggy health savings account for future medical needs. Do they have such a thing? Is that a thing? Am I like the worst dog owner on earth that I just don't know about these, that the dog insurance is good and stuff? I've written down all of your suggestions, so I'm going to look into all of them. Terry, American Woman Thrifter, thanks for the 5. Hi, Tina. Surprised we are generating money on your behalf. Rick Reed, thanks for the 2. Tacos for Tina. I love it. Teresa Finn Rider Chick, thanks for the 2. Hey, Tina, look at Megan making money off of you. Oh, no. Call the police. Call the cops, Tina. You think she'll call the cops on me for making money off of her on YouTube? Rio, baby, thanks for the 5. Tina can bite it. Agreed. Brazil's round, thanks for the 2. Just hit Tina with some holy water. Maybe she needs it. And C, thanks for the 5. Out of work due to shutdown, but worth my last 5 for Tina. AJ, no, thanks for the 5. Here to make Tina's night a little more miserable. And Blake Rich became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den. I can't find my button, so you know what? Tonight, we're all mariachi, baby. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird here, but we're handing out your sombrero, and just put it on. Don't ask any questions. You can pick up a fake mustache on the way out. Mistrust Loon, thanks for the 5. Hey, Tina, remember the finger yard deco? I'm from Jersey, so that breadstick's broken. Watch for finger. Sherry, 2448, thanks for the 2. Hey, Tina. Facaw! Facaw! I need the music. Rob Pate, thanks for the 10. Because I prefer laughter to fighting. Oh, this is the Cybertruck joke. This was funny. The only thing more fragile than a Cybertruck's windows is a Cybertruck owner's ego when you make a joke about it. It's true. I feel that sometimes the Democrats seem to be the same way. When you make a joke about them, they get like all offended and upset instead of just trying to punch you back with an roast him. You have to play the game, you know? Like you gotta get back. You gotta get in the game. If you're gonna troll online, you gotta not get offended. Don't go on the news like Hakeem Jeffries and be like, "That meme was the most disgusting, racist meme I ever saw. That was a terrible meme, and we must be better." No, you come up with your own meme. You must meme back. This is not how this works. Wait, I have to find you the meme. There's another one that I just thought of. I sent it to Flux in our texts. But I don't know if I'm going to find it. It's the reeing meme, but she's wearing a sombrero. Hold on. Hopefully I can find it. It's in here somewhere. Hold, please. Because this is what they remind me of right now. Like, crying over a sombrero meme is really dumb. Meme them until they cry, and then make memes about them crying. Sun Tzu. Shoot, it's not popping up right away. But look at this. Look at this. Look at all these memes. Okay, now we're in trouble. Because I'm gonna show you my Twitter.
Senator Schumer. The president's been posting some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer.
I saw.
Recently. You said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful to post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. And I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the president.
The memes will continue until the government opens. You guys, how do you not laugh at this? Remember, only you can prevent sombrero memes. All right. Oh, God. There's babies in sombreros. I'm looking for the one screaming with the sombrero because that's the funniest one ever. It's Tim Walz.
AI videos of fake news reports, massive misinformation campaign. The president himself tweeting out AI videos of fake news reports, massive misinformation campaign. Wait
a minute. Does he actually think anyone thought that video was real? Really? Come on. See, they're taking it too seriously, and that's why this is getting funnier. They shouldn't be taking this seriously. They should be laughing. If they would just laugh, then it would be over. You know what I mean? It would be over. They would stop. These sombrero memes are getting out of hand.
Dollar store Obama shit.
It's getting old, homie. My name is not Dollar Store Obama. Okay, pendejo? Órale! Arriba!
I mean, come on. It's just funny. I mean, you don't have to find it funny, but I'm just saying, in the meme wars, if you take it seriously, look at this. Okay, so this is the Democrats' response to the sombrero memes. Let's see. Is this one funny?
Are not getting paid today. Our military is not getting paid today, starting today. And obviously, the longer this drags on, the worse that it is for the American people.
All right, it's not entirely funny. It's kind of missed the mark, but it is in the right direction. We're going in the right direction. This is what politics is in 2025. No, I can't do that one. It's the Macarena. We'll get demonetized. I might have gotten demonetized for that last song. Oh boy, it doesn't matter. You know what? I don't care. You know what? Bring on the Macarena. We're partying.
Campbell is never gonna beat me in November. Donna's gonna make the country better than you can remember. Campbell is never gonna beat me in November. Hey, Macarena.
Oh God. Okay, let's see what else. I can't find the one I was looking for. It's too bad. Look, it's JD Vance in a
Mucho
sombrero.
retardo, okay? Mucho retardo. Okay, esto es mucho simple.
Oh God. You know, look, it's just fun. That's it. It's just fun. Why aren't the Democrats having fun with this? Why aren't they getting in on it? They should be doing it too. I mean, the Republicans are putting sombreros on their guys too. So they just need to get in on it. I don't know why they don't lean in. I always tell people, you know, especially we've said this to Lynette so many times. We've said this to Lynette so many times. Lean into the joke. If you would lean into it, it wouldn't hurt you so bad. It wouldn't, you know, instead, like you make a big fuss about it. And then people are like, yep, it's working. It's funny. It's just funny. I mean, they're everywhere, you guys. They're everywhere. All right, anyway. Okay. One of you, I saw somebody in the chat going, somebody in the chat said, Megan, you're pissing some people off. Chat, if this is really pissing you off, just me laughing at memes, like you, it's time for you to go to bed. Okay? That's what happens. It's time for you. It's time. It's bedtime. You can come back later. We're not talking about people's lives. We're talking about a meme. That's it. And our lawmakers who are all assholes, all of them, putting on shows, doing all this crap, and at least we can laugh at this. At least we can laugh at this. Yes, I understand those of you who do not like the shutdown. And one way or the other, it's just like, I just don't care. I don't like anything those people do in Washington. Nothing. But you got to learn how to laugh when you can. Take the laughs when you can. Deborah Rearick, this one's for Lying Tina. Thanks for the 2. Appreciate it. Aussie Wombat, thanks for the 15. Tina sold the land to Jeremy with encroachments. Oh, we read that one. That's right. With the where the garage is. Yep. Maybe not. Thanks for the 5. No one makes money on Tina except everyone. That's good. AKA the cat lady. You just said that, yes, there are people being hurt and these politicians don't give a shit. None of them do. Now, I hope you understand that none of them care. Not one of them. I don't think there's any of them who care. Everything they do hurts people, and none of them care. None of them. So pretending they're, hoping that one party cares about you more than they don't. They care about their own job security. And I just like to have fun sometimes. I like to be able to laugh at some of it. And this one is making me laugh. Ninja Puppy, thanks for the 2. For the super sticker. Bread Shaler, thanks for the 20. To have more breadsticks and to piss off Tina. Bunsen Rockin' Stone, thanks for the Canadian 5. Oh, by the way, that thing about the military not getting paid, I do believe that is a lie. That is a lie. I'm getting reports from people in the military saying they are getting paid. So just don't believe all the panic is all I'm saying. When you hear the worst things that are happening, because we've been through these government shutdowns so many times, everybody's going to be okay. Trust me. It's okay to laugh because everybody's going to be okay. This is not a nuclear war. It's a couple of day, maybe a month shutdown. Everybody's going to get back pay. It's going to be fine. If they don't get paid, they will get back pay, but I don't even think that they're going to stop paychecks for most people. Buns and Rock and Stone, Tina sent a super chat. Let us know how you feel. Frodo GT7, thanks for the 5. I stole the sign and I got this £5. Gifted 1 Megan Fox membership. Thanks, Jack's mom. I appreciate that. I don't have a button to push, so you know which one is coming next. In the Clouds 4, thanks for the 2. Tina knows because her delusion told her so. Yeah. Gotta love me. Thanks for the Canadian 2. See you next, Tina. LOL. Oh, God. Craig Bucalo, thanks for the 20. Tina wants to help you make the money. It seems like it, you know? She's trying hard. Lisa K, thanks for the $4.99. Tina, go eat some ham. Tina, eat your casserole. Isn't that from Napoleon Dynamite? Max Lab, thanks for the 2. I bet JH adds Tina to the Ohio case. Oh, boy. Sherry S, thanks for the 2 for Tina to trim her bush. Martin S, thanks for the 2. Breadsticks from Tina. You know, considering that just a week or two ago, we were the politics of the day, the thing we were discussing was a public assassination of someone for speaking their mind. I will take sombrero memes any day over that, over political violence, because that was just awful. And yeah, so considering that, I think we should be happy that this is what's happening right now. Jack's mom, thanks for the 5. She's going to cut down stuff so she can get him on camera. If he already took something, why would he come back if you said you were filming? Idiots. Yeah, Christy Lou, thanks for pointing out. FYI, the government has shut down 20 times, most recently in January of 2018 and December of 2018. That's right. Yeah, they do it all the time. Rob Pate, thanks for the 2. Quick, Mimi Tina trimming her bush. Crystal Thomas, thanks for the 2, getting a t-shirt that says, fuck off! Fuck off! Sapphire Sky, thanks for the 2. Why is my chat censored, Tina? Rob Pate, thanks for the 2. And Tug, gotta add, make him stop to the intro. Oh, God. Jack's mom, thanks for the 2. Tina is one of those Karens who knows her rights. Yeah. Cynthia Firefairy 42, thanks for the 2. She admitted they didn't spend $4,000. Oh, yeah. The thing was just a piece of wood and like some dime store bows. Tamara Burns, member for 4 months. Thanks for being here for 4 whole months. Mr. Coop, thanks for the 5. Gator bit monies for Queen Megan. Hope you and the family are doing fabulous. We are doing okay. I think Spawn is coming down with whatever I had, and I feel really bad for her because she has to work this weekend, and she's really freaking out that she's going to miss school and work. And so I gave her some meds and sent her to bed, and I hope that she gets over it faster than I did. Yeah, McDeb81, thanks for the 5 and the emojis with wine and cheese. Would you like some cheese with your wine, Tina? I think that's what you were trying to say. Fair for all, thanks for the 10. Trick or treat, hangry. Aw, thank you. AKA the cat lady, thanks for the 5. The issue with Tina is she's not completely brain dead like the rest of them. She can do more damage. How to feel better about this situation? Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't seem incredibly smart to me, though, so maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe she is. Spin Dr. D, thanks for the 2. Do super tips fulfill the lurker tax? No. In order to fulfill the lurker tax... Oh, you mean super chats? Super chats on YouTube. As long as it's on YouTube, then yes. Either a comment or a super chat. Either one. My throat is stuck. Hold on. I better hurry up and get through this. I'm going to lose my voice. AJ's World, member for 3 months. I was going to file for bankruptcy, but Fed is shut down. Darn it. LOL. Karen, thanks for the 20. My hubby and I have had bad respiratory crap too. He turned 78 yesterday, and I still went to his 12 hours a day work. He's my hero. Oh, well, you know what that means. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday from both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
All right, where was I? Let's see. So tell him happy birthday from me, Karen. And Sapphire Sky, thanks for the 2. I'll be 60 on Monday. Uh-oh, another birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
From both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
And E. Poindexter, thanks to the 5. Here's to keeping this microeconomy funded till the next session. I mean, stream. I like this government. Way more tolerable. Arizona Hawk, member for 9 months. The shutdown is to sabotage LMNOPR's bankruptcy. Maybe. Jody Donnelly, thanks for the $7.99. Get a Thunder shirt for your dog. My cat drove across to Australia with me without his cage, even whale watching. He doesn't need a Thunder shirt for fireworks and thunder and stuff. I put a cowl on his head over his ears, and that works great. He likes that. He just lays down and goes to sleep. Razilla's Realm, thanks to the 2 ostriches in sombreros. God, I love it. Jack's mom, thanks for the 5. Does anyone else think it's time for a margarita for some reason? I have no idea why you would think that. SF, thanks for the 5. When Pupper's ears get healed up, have you tried apple cider vinegar for maintenance? It's supposed to help create an environment so yeast can't grow. He will not let me get near his ears. He knows, because his ears are such a problem and he's had ear infections like this since he was a baby, that he knows what I'm doing when I'm coming at his ears with anything, and he throws a colossal fit. He's an asshole. He's adorable and I love him and he loves me, but he's an asshole when it comes to I cannot treat his ears, which is why it becomes so expensive, because he must be taken to the vet and put under anesthesia for anyone to deal with his ears. He will not let me do it. And believe me, it's not that he didn't go to training. When he was very little, I did all the things you were supposed to do. I played with his paws a lot. I played with his ears a lot, and he never liked it. Never, not even from 8 weeks old. He would get, because he had an ear infection when I got him. The breeder gave him to me with an ear infection. I was pissed, but I had already paid her, and and I had this puppy in my arms. So of course, the first thing I did was take him to the vet, and so from the beginning, it's been a source of a problem for him. So he's always fought me, no matter what I did. He will fight me. He fights like a son of a bitch too. Debbie Baker, thanks for the 10. Yes, both are for your son. Okay, I will give it to him. AKA the cat lady, thank you for that, by the way. Thanks for the 2. I think I'm just really fired up about Tina. And you know what? You're forgiven. It's okay. We're all fired up about something. But I just want to encourage you guys not to waste your fired up on those idiots in Washington. Please don't waste the fired up on them. It's better to be mad at stuff you can control. Stuff in your own community. Local politics is so much more useful. You can get so much done in your own community if you just volunteer to be on the licensing board or the permit board. Oh my God, you want to change somebody's life? Get on the permit board and stop the idiots on there from saying no to everyone that want to improve their properties. That's one way that you can really make a difference, and where it matters. But when people get so worked up over what's happening in Washington D.C., and believe me, I was one of those people. I only stopped in 2020. I was one of those people, and I just can't anymore. I just don't have the I don't have the emotional space for it. I can't. I just laugh because they're fucking it all up, and what can I do about it? Nothing. Catherine Blankenship, thanks for the 2. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'll be 33. And it's the last super chat. I get to end the last super chat with the birthday song. Happy 33rd. Happy birthday. You're so much younger than me.
Both of us to you.
I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to lie. I bet your back doesn't hurt as much as mine. And I bet you don't have a turkey neck. And that kind of pisses me off. 33. I kind of hate you now, Catherine. Just kidding. That's a joke. I would never hate you. But also 33, enjoy it. Enjoy how your neck skin doesn't sag. All right, let's see. There's a vet tech here says, please do not do apple cider. I couldn't do it if I wanted to because I can't get near his ears anyway. He wouldn't let me. All right, let me check super tips. And we have Aspen Fallen. Thanks for the 5.
Get squunched. Love you, again.
Get squunched. Cat's back. Thanks for the 5.
Tina, honey, do need to trim your bush to watch John's poll.
Oh, good God. That was a mental picture I didn't need. And Glamma, thanks for the $5 super chat. No, not super chat. It's a super tip, but it's the kind I have to read. Thanks for making me laugh. Eat shit, Tina. Jeremy is not the problem. All of you are. Yes, I agree with that. Very much so. Very much so. This whole situation is crazy. And it's great that you were here tonight. The simulation does not disappoint. I'm sorry we had to go down into some political territory, but I'm telling you, the universe demanded it. That's 2 streams today where the sombrero stuff actually came up. And, I was given a message. I had to relay it to you. And I think that we did have chat peace. We had like semi-chat piece for like a very short period of time, and it was really wonderful, and I felt really good about it before all the fighting started again. So hopefully we can hang on to that feeling and love one another while we have margaritas. All right, that's it for me. I gotta go. I'm losing my voice, and I gotta give you a song or something on the way out, don't I? Nah. I don't have the emotional space for it right now. See ya.